Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another stream here on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. I am Johnny Chiodini. How about that? Last thing any of us could have expected. And today we're doing another chill paint stream because it's what we do on a Monday. It's a weird one in terms of Lucanthea says, made me jump. Sorry. It is a weird one in terms of painting streams because it feels like for the last few, I have had a project that I'm really crunching on. Like last week, I was like, I have to get my Blood Bowl team ready for this Wednesday's one-day tournament. Blah blah blah. I don't have any deadlines right now because obviously, like, the year's starting to slow down. People are looking towards, the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So I'm quietly making a start on Dungeon Bowl, which came out recently. I assembled a few models last week on stream, and I've primed them. So I've got them here, and I'm going to start painting them up. And I don't know what colour I'm going to paint with them. I'm going to experiment with something, which will be fun. And that's kind of like my hope for this stream, is that I find a colour scheme I'm really happy with and do ourselves a test model. So, I'll show you in a second. I'll switch camera angles and tell you what exactly we're doing. But first, I'll say hello to all of you. There are 54 of you currently watching. I imagine more will trickle in, or maybe they won't. It doesn't really matter. Hello to Freya Chris. Sorry, it's probably Freya, isn't it? Eburl506, Bao1156, Nevermore, Moriax42, Shamari Wallace, that one with the beard, Alison Vassabauer, Lavosh, Fire and Blood 165, Scott Perkins, Nathaniel Levy, Faisal. Let's see, Kieran Foster's in there, Alice Needham, Yasmin Worry, Lucanthius, Mark Cohen, Epic Space Bunny, Elizabeth Sheely, Het Nikic, Peter Fisher, Nevermore, I think I already said Nevermore, Argenta, Lucy Quinn, Revenant. It's a whole bunch of you. It's nice to see you. Where did that go? Nathaniel Levy says you could start another apology bus. No, thank you. Oh, Anonymous says today is a sort of holiday in Sweden, so happy Lucia, Johnny in chat. Or Lucia? Yeah, Sweden. Let's find out about this. Monday 13th. Oh, it's St. Lucy's Day, 2021 in Sweden. What does midwinter have to do with white gowns and candles? It's Swedish Lucia. Lucia? The annual candlelit procession on the 13th of December is perhaps one of the more exotic-looking Swedish customs. Girls and boys clad in full-length white gowns singing songs together. She used to wear light in her hair, which in practice means a crown of electric candles, according to Sweden.se. So that's cool. I hope everyone has a nice time. Happy Lucia to you also. It is a softie. Lucia. Sorry. Why have I got that? Oh, from the Ghost and Mrs. Moyer, that classic film where he calls her Lucia. But, there we go. Elizabeth Sheely says, hello, been a while since I could catch a stream, brackets college with a face. I hope you're doing well. I hope college hasn't been too punishing and you are, making time to enjoy it. Katie Armstrong Lamb says, holy crap, finally caught the start of a stream. Yes, sick day advantages. Well, I hope you feel better soon. It does feel like a lot of people are getting sick at the moment, doesn't it? 'Tis the season, very much. So, anyway, right. Alice Needham says, how are you today, Johnny? I'm doing all right, actually. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. It's been a hectic... Last week was pretty hectic, and this week looks a lot calmer, which is nice, because I kind of need a break. I'm sort of starting to wind down for the year. My wife and I literally just decorated our tree, so that's nice. So, yeah. Anyway, right. So, let's swap to the other cam, and I will show you. This is one of the Dark Elves we're going to be, come on, painting today. Oh, yeah. I've kept a delay on from... Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, that's so boring I won't even mention it. But this is the model I'm going to be painting today, complete with ass. Like this elf must spend time in the gym. Anyway, so they're kind of like spiky, sort of like gothy almost elves. Nightwitch says, does this elf have a name? I feel like it is very dangerous for me to even think about suggesting chat helps out, but no. The Nightwitch says, damn, elf got cake. So I'm not quite sure what to do about this model. I'm just going to get the light there. Hetnikik says that elf does have a nice ass. See? And Nathaniel Levy says, was that Luna in the background? No, that's Scout. She's getting very excited because it's time for a treat. So yeah, I'm she's really excited because she knows she's getting a treat. This is the kind of thing we've got going on today. We've got 3 of these, although I realised I failed to glue some leg bits onto this one, so this one's not actually done. And I don't know when, but between building and priming, this one lost an arm, but because it's for Dungeon Bowl, I'm just going to paint it up as a stump and make it look like a recent injury. So that's what we're going with. I've been thinking about playing around with a slightly metallic scheme, because I kind of want to push myself, and I never normally do like a lot of metal. And I've got this kind of blue metal from Vallejo. It's gunmetal blue, and it looks really striking. So then I thought, what if I paired it with like a really bright silver for like the metal? So we got like very blue but shiny, and very strong silver but shiny. And then the cloak, or like the cloth, I was thinking maybe let's work in some greys. So like start off with Storm Vermin Fur, but ideally we want to get toward, this is Ghostly Grey, which is quite a blue grey. This is actually a pretty much bang on Ulthuan Grey from the Citadel one. The Night Switch says, raises his hand, hi, can we name the elf Lego ass? Yes, there we go. So that's what I'm thinking for the College of Shadow, which is a combination of Dark Elves, but also Skaven. So it means that Skaven will be running around in quite nice looking sort of blue and silvery armour. So I think it should be fun. Wraith Shadowheart says, cream? I don't think never say never, but I don't think we're going to be pulling out the pale sands today. I don't think I'm going to need it. We'll see if I manage to hold off. But what we are going to do before we... Anonymous says Gluteus Maximus Meridius. Before we start working on these elves, I've got a model here. This is my much maligned... Well, not maligned. My much abused Grey Seer model. It's a Skaven model that I've just sort of taken to using for testing on things. So here I was testing out a shade. I was testing out a contrast paint up here. I used this as an example of how to paint rust once on a stream. So I'm slowly just filling in this model as I test it with things that I'm about to try painting. So what we're going to do, we're going to go up here. I'm going to paint some of the blue metal on there, and then we'll do some of the silver here, and then I might paint the rat up as I would paint up the cloth, because that's sort of got more folds. And we'll just see if it hangs together as a scheme. And then we'll sort of go from there. But that's what I'm up to. What are you all up to? Have you had good weekends? What are you doing this Christmas? When are you winding down for the year? Are you winding down for the year? I haven't really worked out my schedule yet, but I'm probably going to stream next Monday and then stop until Christmas. So we'll see. But yeah. Elizabeth Shealy says, this is a late reply, wow, but college has been decent. Currently finishing some finals, so the stream is being enjoyed as a podcast for the moment. All right. Okay. Ooh, Fire and Blood 165 says, my birthday is tomorrow, so we're going out tonight to have a few drinks. Happy birthday. I'm glad you are going to be out celebrating. Look at this blue, though. It's ridiculous. Hang on. It's like... The light's not helping, but you can see already sort of how vibrant that blue is. It is nice. So... Specky4i says, working retail, so no winding down until New Year, but got my Lego Christmas decorations up. Delightful. I don't have any, we don't have many decorations, because, we moved into this place this year, and we never used to really put a tree up in our old place. So we don't really have many decorations. We're kind of going to start slowly assembling a little group of them, I think. But my wife went out and bought a little ornament that's an otter, which is very nice. So that's a start. Okay, so this is what the blue looks like, just being slapped straight on there. And it's just such a vibrant colour. It's very, very nice. So oh, chat's moving pretty fast. Nathaniel Levy says, started painting a Necron army yesterday, broke one's head off, had to kit bash another onto it. Classic. I did that to the wrong camera. But yeah, that sounds like putting together Necrons. Oh, Epic Space Bunny says, my son, the 2-year-old Cal, just heard your voice and came running in to jump on my lap and watch. He abandoned cartoons for this. I'm so proud of his choices. Hello, Cal. Thank you for choosing me over cartoons. That is flattering in extremis. Right, so we're now going in with silver from Vallejo, which is, again, an extremely bright colour. Bloody hell. It's, kind of see it going on. I mean, it just looks white in this light, doesn't it? But it's, that is so, it is almost a metallic white, really. You can see me kind of trying, like, building it over that blue. I think this scheme's going to be actually quite easy. It should be quite good fun. So that's a silver. Then, let's see what we can do. Let's start with the greys, shall we? Oh. If anyone was wondering how the tournament went that I was prepping for last Monday, by the way, it went okay. We only played 2 games in the end. I won 1 and lost 1. So, you know, that was fine. I learned a bit more about how Skaven play in Blood Bowl. They're not quite my cup of tea, but it was good fun. We had some mulled wine, secret sand talk, exchanged some gifts. It was generally jolly good. So Nick Jeffrey's done a super chat saying, hi Johnny, today I met some chess fans in a hotel foyer, bragging how good they were at the game. They were chestnuts boasting in an open foyer. Goodness. Yeah, that happened, didn't it? It's actually a pretty good one. Well, that's weird. Did I miss a... No, I didn't. Oh, that's why. Never mind. It's just me talking to myself again. Classic. Although every stream is technically me talking to myself. Carl Boos Bing has done a super chat saying, morning from Washington State, USA. Johnny, on my way to work, just wanted to pop in and say, love your work, love you, keep it going. Thank you very much, Carl. I hope your day at work passes smoothly and pleasantly. And that you don't have much more to go before the year starts to wind down. It's very much getting to those weeks where I feel like I'm crawling across the finish line. It's not as bad as when I used to work at sort of websites. Ooh, that's sort of the grey layered up over that. That's quite strong. So I might do a half step there. Oh God, this delay on the camera is really annoying for focusing. I might end up doing a half step with this and just using that grey as a highlight colour. But all in all, I like this scheme, so I think we're going to go for it. Anonymous says, did you end up calling the team the Screech Actors Guild, or did you go with some other name? It was the Screech Actors Guild, all right, and people loved it. The names went down a storm, which was very gratifying. Who dares message me? My Blood Bowl League, so... Ooh, the Nice Witch got Death's Door on the Switch, and that game is very good, isn't it? It really is. I'm thinking about picking it up on the Switch, just so I can so I can play it in bed. But I think I'll be more likely to finish it if I do So I'm genuinely tempted. Right. Where's the colour I'm after? When did I buy that? Pale flesh, you'll be really handy. Tan. Oh no, you're not. No, you're bad. Never mind. It's a rank pretender for Kislev flesh. It's not very good. I think it might be really light as well, like really, really light. Yeah, we'll keep it around just in case. God knows what that noise is, but I'm fine. Don't worry. Anonymous says, meanwhile I'm eating gingerbread cookies and saffron buns, as is traditional for Lucia, and conquering the galaxy as a race of swell space dolphins. Not traditional Lucia fare. I dare say not, no. But saffron buns sound amazing. Okay. Now we'll start off, as per usual, by hitting the skin on this model, of which doesn't look like there's much. These elves are wearing gloves, it seems. So that's alright. I'll probably do the leather in... I don't know, might do it darker than I normally do, to kind of offset the lighter colours on everything else. We shall see. I'm going to paint your little ears. This is the first elf I've ever painted. Because, I mean, if you've stuck around this channel for more than 5 minutes, you'll know that I'm very much more of a dwarf person myself. Not just in preference, but in temperament, looks, and more or less height, I think. I mean, I said before, I'm a middling height. No one ever made fun of me growing up for my height. Then someone tried at university and I was so baffled they actually got really embarrassed. But I've told that story before, so never mind. Are we going to batch paint these? Why not? Why not? We're here. We'll crack on with it, shall we? Oh, whoops. Apparently my music is bleeding in. Thank you, Random Workings. It is indeed Christmas sounding. I've got my little Christmas playlist on, which is called It's a Very Chiodini Christmas. It's good fun. We should do LSPs do Christmas again though, shouldn't we? Well, we did LSPs do Halloween before. But we should... Mabel Teacher says, let's face it, those arses need a run-up. Oh, yes. Alright, that's the skin done on that one. Okay. Now, this is where things get a little tricky, because obviously I've lost an arm on this model, so I think I will paint skin here. And then we'll sort of work in wound detail in a bit. It's fine. It's still quite bright, isn't it? Hang on, let me just adjust the... Is that better for detail? That's too much, actually. That'll sort of do. And then I'm going to have to try and do the focus based off the little camera screen. I think that's okay. Alright. Right. Everyone's now talking about their favourite Christmas songs. Let's make this easy, shall we? I'm popping a playlist link into the chat. I'm going to pin it. It is LSPs do Xmas, a collaborative playlist. 1 track per person only. So, I've already put a song in there, which is All Alone on Christmas by Darlene Love, but the rest of you should feel free to put in one song apiece, please. Hannah Axelson's done a super chat saying, I had a bit of a stressful day, but just now a friend sent me a text that said plethora, and that really means a lot. Did it just say plethora? Don't super chat the answer, obviously, but I'm sorry to hear you had a stressful day. I hope things start looking up soon, and I hope you can chill out while we daub paint on some dark elves. The focus still isn't quite there, is it? Alright. The tracks are starting to come into the playlist. We've got Christmas Time Done at the Bell's End by Aidan Folks. Oh, I didn't get that one. Oh, a text that said plethora. And that really means a lot. Very good. Yeah, I was blindsided by that one. Very nice. Damn it. Curses. I feel so silly. Okay. Yasmin Mori says, another Scandinavian. Oh wow, they're really piling in now. Well done, everyone. Christmas Island by Depeche Mode. Elf's Lament by the Bare Naked Ladies. The Magnetic Fields, Have You Seen It in the Snow? Marshmallow World by Emmy the Great. Christmas Will Break Your Heart. I knew you lot would have good taste. All right. Okay. Now, I know that we said the hindquarters on these models are going to take a run up, but I actually think I am going to go straight in with painting that grey cloth. So we'll do that now. Scott Perkins says, I still listen to the Halloween playlist because I am warped. Actually, I was still listening to that until quite recently, so... Okie dokie, here we go. I will at some... I think I've already tweeted it, but I do have a Christmas playlist that I just keep the same every year. I've already mentioned it. It's very Chiodini Christmas. I've got it on right now. It's very good, I think. Phoebe Bridgers, Murder by Death, The Mountain Goats, Public Service Broadcasting. It's got some bangers on there, I'll say that much. Okay, now painting an elven codpiece. Oh, fuck, painting off camera again. I dropped my chair down a little bit. Where's the thing? Whee! Yeah, that'll work. I'll keep my arms up now. Jolly good. Steampunk Weasel says, hello everyone. Hello Steampunk Weasel. I hope you're well. I wonder if steampunk weasels specifically can also produce musk like normal weasels and other mustelids, or is it just a jet of steam? Please let me know. Yes, I think I'm going to like this colour scheme. Should be quite fun. What is that? Is that? Oh, it's a kind of leather. Oh, that's something I haven't accounted for. You can see here, this kind of like natty scarf this dark elf has. That's actually a kind of leather which is sort of slightly scaly, almost as if it's come from something draconic. And a few of them have this as a feature, and I don't quite know what colour to make that yet. Maybe a sort of dark reddish purple, but... Shamari Wallace says, Johnny, how do you feel about Michael Bublé? Outside of the Christmas album, I don't care for him, but when it's Christmas time, I'm his biggest fan. I've never really listened to his Christmas album. Sorry, I'm making my face bigger because it really bothers me when I can see my teeth on the stream. But that's too much. I'll just do that. There we go. That's a bit better. Is it? It's different. Maybe if I make myself bigger going that way. Yeah, there we go. Look. That's better. Who says that you still have to keep a 16:9 aspect ratio on picture-in-picture? Dan Kelleher says, Hello, Skellies. The stream couldn't have come at a better time. How much cream is Johnny using in this colour scheme? Strap in, Dan. I'm not planning to use any. Obviously, don't hold me to that. That might change. We all know what I'm like. But currently, the plan is not to. Inseer has done... Oh, wow, that's a huge super chat. Thank you very much. That's really kind. Happy holidays to all who are celebrating or not. Thank you for the chillness, Johnny. It is much needed and appreciated. My pleasure. It is, I'm pleased to say, literally my job. I very much like having a chilled space for people to come hang out in. Not every stream has to be baseball caps and shouting. Which, you know, no disrespect to those who do have that as their sort of MO, but that ain't me. So I'm glad to offer this sort of chilled vibe, and I'm glad people vibe with it. So, yeah, thank you again for the super chat. That's really kind. A lot of people seem to be saying that this is a much needed kind of environment at the moment. I think everyone's just a little bit tired at the end of a long year, you know, even though, you know, if good things have been happening for you personally, it feels like people are still having a tough old time because there's just so much happening. So yeah, hold tight, folks. Hopefully rest is coming. Matthew Lemeshko has done a super chat saying, Johnny, thank you for the painting stream VODs that keep me company when I paint on the weekends. Headcanon for the bear that shall not be mentioned. It was not a circus bear before it was a zombie. I'm okay, thanks. Sorry, I was being asked if I wanted a cup of tea. Yeah, for the bear that shall not be mentioned, it not being a circus bear before it became a zombie is so horrifying that I'm just going to say that is canon now. That's it. Let's please, I know some of you love seeing the bear that shall not be named, so let's hold off for like a little bit longer. We're not even half an hour into the stream. I don't think anyone's ready right now. Ooh. Alice Needham says, literally just sent off an offer on a house. Wish us luck. I live in the north. Houses are cheaper up here. But now to do some drawing along with the stream. Good luck. I hope it comes good. That's an extremely stressful thing to be doing. But with any luck, you'll end up, you know, with a home and that's yours and all of the peace and mind that comes with that. So yeah, keeping everything crossed for you. Okay. Let's check in with the old... let's see, we've got Santa Claus Coming to Town, The Graveyard of the Outcast Dead by Frank Turner, Last Christmas by Wham, classic. Obviously, you know, those of you who are playing Whamageddon or whatever will be worried about that one, but it's in there, it's not going anywhere. Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher from the original cast of Billy Elliot, Old Lang Syne, Carol of the Bells, That's Christmas to Me by Pentatonics. Some Oasis in there. Tim mentioned White Wine in the Sun. What a classic. So good. Ooh, Bad Religion did a cover of O Come, O Come, Emmanuel. I did not know this. Lovely. Has anyone double dipped? Because you shouldn't. I'll hunt you down and delete all of your songs apart from the first one you put in. But yeah. All right. Because I primed these models in grey, it really looks like I've done very little work on them. But let me tell you, their little elfin butts are looking great. Okay. Cool. That's that stuff. I'm going to do the leather now, actually. And I'm going to do it in Rhinox hide, which is sort of lighter, slightly lighter. It's not as dark as like Dryad bark, and it's got some nice warm tones in there, so I think that'd be nice. Yeah. Oh, apparently Bad Religion have an entire Christmas album. That is good to know. One of my favourite bands, Murder by Death, has a Christmas album, and it's great. They're great. They do a very good cover of Our Holy Night with some lovely harmonies. Right. Come on, you one-armed dark elf. Let's get some leather going on here. Was that too dark? No, I think it's all right. And again, I'm painting off camera. Here we go. Lucy Quint has just finished a job interview. No idea how it went, and I'm still shaking. Perfectly timed paint stream to calm down. Thank you, Johnny. You're very welcome. And look, the hard part's over now. It's perfectly reasonable that you'd be shaking, because I'm sure that was quite a significant undertaking. But you'll be all right, basically. There's nothing more that anyone's asking of you today, so just try and relax if you can. I hate job interviews. They are stressful, and it's hard not to obsess after the fact. But hopefully, because we're going to be talking about elf butts a lot on this stream, we can sort of guide you out of that place of tension and toward a realm of immortal beings and their buns. Because, like, right, Elrond, big man up in Rivendell, he's a few thousand years old. Like, he was there when Isildur took the ring for himself. He must have a killer booty, right? You can only assume, like, thousands of years, and he's got cheekbones that you could cut glass with. I don't think he's let a single bit of his anatomy go, you know? That includes his butt. Ed Smith, it could be Smythe, I'm sorry, has done a super chat saying, picked up Inscription after a delayed catch-up on your stream. It was on offer, so here's the savings and a thank you. Oh, that's very kind. It's such a good game, isn't it? I still haven't finished it. But I think about it a lot. It's got such a weirdly, like, oppressive atmosphere to it, but also one that you just want to come back to time and again. It's right up there with my games of the year. I haven't really thought about what my capital G game of the year is, but it's very, very good. Elrond. Right. Rochelle Dev says, Elrond, do you mean Agent Smith? He does have a great butt. See, there you go. He can keep his butt pert with his Matrix magic, says Jazzy B. Oh my god, yeah, if you're an agent, you could just reboot your butt whenever you needed to. What a life. And also, it's kind of a silver lining, you know, when it's like, oh gosh, in the Matrix, you could be taken over and an agent could just become you wherever they are. And that's very intimidating, but if they give you a great butt, then rebooty, says Mark Kerwan. Very strong. Very good. Alright, so this is the kind of like leather. This guy's wearing leather chaps, basically. So I've painted those now. And we'll keep going with the others, including the one who's just missing a couple of leg bits. We're just going to paint those, and hopefully it'll all be fine. I'll work something out after the fact, but I'm not really planning on playing this team much, so... Bless you!
Thank you.
Goodness me. 1 second. Sorry about that. We were just having a quick word with my wife. Oh no. You know when you start laughing and you go all hot? I'm having a hot flash. Oh dear. Oh. 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 Ow. Oh god. Oh. I'm also trying not to laugh too much because I got my back tattooed again this week. So it's a little bit, it feels a little bit tight. Oh, Christ. Well, oof. Oof. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine, we're all fine. Oh, WizBoom88 just suggested that Hot Flash should be renamed Personal Summer. That's nice. Ooh, Alice says, I feel your pain, Johnny. Got my fingers done 2 days ago. Yeah, they're no joke, huh? I hope they're not too swollen. When I got my hand done, I lost my knuckles for, like, days. Oh, wow. Hot Flash equals Power Surge, suggests JT. Emma Benton, it is absolutely still okay if you add songs for people. So, yeah, anyone looking in the playlist, you might see that there are a lot of duplicates from Emma Benton's Spotify account. She's the only one who is allowed to double up, because it's helping with other people. Oh, goodness. I feel a bit sick. Okay. All right. Is that focus still off? I can't really, I mean, I can tell, but... Sorry, it's really bothering me today for some reason. There we go. I think it's because I just keep moving around. Mancoy says, oh, LSP Christmas today. What a day to be late. Has anyone put White Wine in the Sun in yet? It's in there all right. What a song. Welcome to the house of elf butts. Oh, are you wearing gloves? Did I miss the gloves? You seem to be wearing gloves. Okay. Sure. We can work with that. I'm going to let the playlist grow a little bit and then I'm going to stick it on in my ears. Should be nice. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. Angle this down. And then sort out your bloody focus. There we go. Welcome to the House of Elf Butts is my favourite album of 2021, says the Science Boy. A late entry, but a good one. Apparently there are like 4 different versions of Carol of the Bells. Fine, good. If they're all different versions, that's fine. Has anyone put Carol of the Banjos in there yet? Because that one's pretty special. That's on my normal Christmas playlist. All right. So that's the kind of leather bits blocked in on these 3. And just the badonkadonk on this one. I haven't even highlighted that. And look at them. No elf butt. Let's start blocking in the blue and silver. Why don't we? Corvus Albright's done a super chat saying, to whichever of you lovely jabronis who sent me this badass dice tower for the gift exchange, I will find you and I will provide you with Jaeger bombs. Well, that's a festive threat, maybe? Let's see, the playlist is already at 1 hour 56 minutes. Very nice. The Nice Switch says elves do famously have dumps like a truck. Do they though? I kind of. Again, this may just this may just be my pro dwarf feelings coming out. But I didn't paint any of the leather on this one, did I? I'll come back to you. I just feel like elves have got pretty flat butts. I just do. I need to work out which bits are going to be blue on this and which are going to be silver. I think the blue in here with a silver trim would be nice. That's a good start point. I guess it's a question of whether the scheme is going to be more blue or more silver. Which I'm not sure about right now. Emma Blass says, dwarves are stacked, elves are lithe. It might be toned, but it's not going to hold up their jeans without a belt. Right? Exactly. Just like, dwarves have to jump to get into their breeches. And that's fine, like, elves have, like, high and tight little buns. That's okay. I could probably crush walnuts with them. Silver for the breastplate, I think. So that means the shoulders are going to be blue. And this one's got sort of a little backpack, so we'll make that blue as well. Good work, team. Good to know what we're dealing with. Ordinarily, I'd paint like Leadbelcher or a darker silver over this stuff, but I think with this I want it to be really, really bright. Specky4i makes a good point. Warforged can have any size butt they want. It's true. I wasn't really thinking about D&D elves and dwarves. I was thinking more just like Tolkien or Warhammer, but... What about in like Warcraft? I never really played World of Warcraft. There are dwarves in World of Warcraft, right? There must be. And elves. How are their butts? Tell me of their butts. Okay. Burrito's done a super chat saying, "Hi Johnny, how are you? Good to see you. Do you think Isildur kept the ring to compensate for knowing he would never have a magnificent butt?" I think it's like... I think Isildur in the start of the Fellowship is pretty hot, actually. So I kind of feel like he probably has quite a nice butt. Like... Isildur, like... Isildur, he's in line to become the King of Gondor. I don't think they would have let him go without having, like, at least a decent butt. It's interesting. Yes, Sven Hanneman says, gigantic shoulder pads obstructs butt view. Of course. Okay, but here's the question, right? Because... Okay, let's ignore elves and dwarves for a minute. Let's focus on the two main kingdoms of men in Middle-earth. Rohan and Gondor. Who has the better butts? Because, like, Gondor, they all look very, like, prim and proper, and they look like, they look like they should be on the high school football team, but, like, the Rohirrim, they spend all day in the saddle, right? That's got to work your glutes. Like, but does that... I've never really got into horse riding. Does it give you a bigger butt, or just a more toned butt? Right, Charlie Stack says... Rohan surely because horse riding. Ooh, Wisbom88 says Rohan for lower body, Gondor for upper body. Hetner Kick has done a super chat saying, "Don't really have anything to say, just haven't super chatted you for a while. I'm loving your Dishonored 2 playthrough right now. Thank you very much. I enjoyed recording it a lot. I kind of miss it a little bit. Everyone's pretty, yeah. Everyone except Kenean 1212 says Gondor, who says Gondor easily. Everyone seems to agree that Rohan has the better butts. Which is fair. They probably all have pretty great butts, but yeah, I think Rohan... They just spend more time specifically doing butt workouts. Oh, Lucy Quinn says being in the saddle will probably work your core more than the butt. Might tone it up a little, though. Oh, maybe. Emma Blass says I'm consulting my resident Lord of the Rings expert for her perspective. Thank you, please. Martin C says, counterpoint, Boromir is Gondorian. True. Yeah. Adam Bicknell says, has Johnny ever seen Frank Frazetta's art for the Riders of Rohan? Definitely some powerful cheeks on those guys. Had no idea, no. Frank Frazetta. Frank Frazetta Rohan. Goodness! Heavens to Betsy! Yeah, fair enough. Wow. Ooh, Claire de Bear says Gondor has a lot of stairs to walk. Frame Mugshot says, I think horse riding is more about thick thighs. This is difficult, right? John Freeman says Gondor definitely has the sillier helmets, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, big time. Ferrer Chris says, can confirm riding mainly works your core and shoulders, though you will develop good thighs. Okay. So they probably do a lot of squats just to keep everything in like the proper proportions, right? Eccentric Lefty says, I have one opinion and one opinion only on this topic. Aragorn hot. Yes. Correct. That's never been up for debate. Aragorn is smoking hot. Emma Blass, okay, the verdict is in from Emma Blass's resident expert. Rohans are all flat from the horseback riding. Gondorian soldiers are constantly going up and down those 7 levels in Minas Tirith, not to mention all the stairs in Osgiliath. Yeah, the Kingdom of Gondor is basically just one big stairmaster, isn't it? JT Geddes has said, this is a super chat, alright, Johnny Boss and Skellies, after put out more work fires, a play miracle worker. Oh, and play miracle worker. Catch you lovely lot later. Take care. I hope you are all right. Emma Blass, following up from Resident Expert, says, this isn't even a competition. The men of Gondor have superior lifespans and butts. Well, there you have it. If you want someone to crush you with their thighs like you're just a walnut, go to the Westfold. But if you're all about butts, you should go to Gondor. There we are. Or find a ranger. Then you have the best of both worlds. Thank you, everyone. I feel like that was pretty comprehensive. If you're watching this on catch-up, I'll try and put the bibliography in the in the description, kind of like a show notes, but about fantasy butts. Right. Oh, I'm really enjoying this colour scheme so far. The grey is working a lot better than I thought it was going to. Good old Storm Vermin fur. Right. Going to go back and do the leather on that one I missed. Oh, have a little stretch while I'm at it. Alex Simpkins says, sorry for the late arrival. Don't worry, we've just been talking a lot about butts. Like a lot. And do not apologise anyway for being late. It's not a thing to apologise for. There's no such thing as being late to one of my streams. You arrive precisely when you mean to. Alright, I've now gone all the way round on my normal Christmas playlist, so I'm doing it. LSPs Do Christmas. It's on. Starting off with my own pick, All Alone on Christmas by Darlene Love, which is used in Home Alone 2 and is a fucking banger. So good. Burritos on another super chat. Elevator pitch for your channel. Pears, Vallejo, cream paint, lemons with knees, butts, and Scandinavia. Also, your hair is growing out lovely, friend. Oh, thank you. I haven't really done anything to it, but yeah, it sort of behaves itself when it's at this length. I don't know how long I'm going to grow it, maybe all the way out again. I just don't like getting my hair cut, so I'm quite lazy about it. We will see. It also grows quite fast, which makes me less likely to want to get my hair cut, because I'm like, oh, it looks great. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, okay. So... Martin C says, which Tolkien wizard had the best butt, given that they wear flowy robes that don't hug the figure? Okay, so here's the thing. Gandalf has to do a lot of travelling. Generally involves himself in a lot of affairs around the place. Let's assume that we're talking about Saruman sort of falling into Sauron's clutches. As the head of the Order, he's got a lot of work to do. He probably doesn't get out of Orthanc Tower very often anyway, in Isengard. But if you ask me, who's secretly got like the best butt, it's Radagast the Brown. Like, just generally bimbles around doing whatever he likes. Like, he's got less on his plate, fewer responsibilities than Gandalf, who in turn has fewer than Saruman. So Radagast is kind of happy to run around, and also like yeah, it's Radagast for me. I think Radagast probably has a dump truck ass. Emma Benton says, great question. Thunder Cookie asks this. Are we doing Christmas songs or songs that remind us of Christmas? We can have songs that remind us of Christmas. Obviously, if it's like Boys of Summer, then that's a bit of a stretch. So exercise some personal creative control. But generally speaking, as long as it's not a double and it's not a hateful song, we won't punt it from the playlist. A lot of songs on my Christmas playlist are not actually Christmas songs, but are songs that just fit the mood for me. So yeah, fill your boots while I paint these boots. And that's true. Anonymous says, Orthanc is a bloody tall tower. Walking up and down that all day, every day. Buns of steel, buns of steel. Yeah. Oh, God. Sven Hanneman says, Treebeard's butt because it's more than okay. Alison Vassabara's done a super chat saying, just got around the past weekend to watching your playthrough as Life is Strange True Colours, and oh, my poor emotions. Mate, yeah, that was a lot. Like, I hope you're okay, because that game is a lot. It's very intense all the way through. I really made a choice when I decided to play it through as quickly as possible and then go straight into the edit and get all the episodes out at once. It actually had quite a profound bleeding effect into my just day-to-day life. I was quite depressed for a few days afterwards, actually. I had a tough time, which whoops. But it's such a good game. That's right up there with my games of the year, actually. Lucy Quinn says, I'm just going to have to play the VOD of this stream back every time I'm sad now. Nothing will ever make me happier than the Lord of the Rings ass chat. Cool. I'm very glad. Stay tuned, because up next we've got Who Has the Better Butt, Cave Trolls or the Olog High? Oh, dear. The Balrog, canonically, like, you see the Balrog's butt, don't you, in the Fellowship? Feels like the Balrog's got a pretty decent butt. My poor wife, she's still in earshot. She can hear all of this. Okay. The Forgotten Storyteller says, Johnny, will you do a favourite games of the year video? Probably not. I find them very tedious to produce. They kind of just remind me of all the years I spent working at websites where it's like, right, now let's do a roundup of the whole year, which was a lot of sort of writing where you're trying to be interesting about games, but you don't have much space to actually get into it, and it's a lot of sourcing the footage, and maybe in a year's time. but no, not right now. I might sort of just tweet out a thing, but yeah. Kenyan 1212 or 1212. Apparently, I'll never, ever say your username the same way twice. As our super chat saying, wanted to say thanks for the Cryptid Fixer one shot. It was the first TTRPG I have run, and we had a great time helping out the Kraken in Lake Superior. Thank you very much, and thank you for the trust in making a silly one-shot game about cryptids messing up the first thing you ever ran. That's really kind. Mancoy says, Johnny, I know you feel you don't need to add a new podcast to the world, but consider monthly Lord of the Rings butt discussion podcast. I mean, it's possible. Oh, apparently my music's being picked up again. Curses. Burrito says, what's your game of the year, Johnny? I was absent for your post-Game Awards stream. Oh gosh, what is my game of the year? It's, right, the ones that are up there. The Death's Door, Life is Strange True Colours, Inscription is right up there. I've played a lot of new things that I've really loved this year, actually. Returnal. Returnal came out this year, didn't it? Deathloop's very, very good. Claire de Bear says, is Dumbledore's butt better than Gandalf's? No. No. Done. So, games of the year. Are there any others? It's been such a long year, hasn't it? Those are like 5 that are right up there. Excuse me, I don't know which I prefer, really. Returnal might be the one, might be my game of the year, but then I don't know. I'll have a think about it, and I'll tell you. I just may not produce a list feature about it because, oof. Okay, right. So, I'm gonna keep painting Warhammer. That's what this stream is. Oof. Feels like this stream has gone places, and I've only been live for 57 minutes. The Science Boy says, is the playlist only for patrons? No, it's out on Spotify. It's pinned to the top of this chat. You don't need to be a patron to get in there and add anything. I don't know if... It's possible Spotify won't let you add anything if you have a free account, but if you just ask Emma Benton very nicely, then Emma will add it for you. What is this we've got now? Ah, Christmas Island by Depeche Mode. Excellent. Did Nine Inch Nails ever do a Christmas song? Can't imagine they did. But I'd like it if they had. Sven Halliman says the stream went there and but again. Alright, chat. Hobbits in the Fellowship. Best butt, go. Merry, Pippin, Sam, Frodo. Let's hear it. I have to say, Sam seems like a pretty strong candidate to me. He's a Gamgee, so he's like made of stern stuff anyway, but he's a gardener, so he spends a lot of time sort of bending and stooping, and yeah, a lot of people coming out and saying Sam. Yeah, Sam from all the gardening. Sean Carr, Sam as a gardener myself, you do a lot of squats. Oh, Sean Carr, humble brag about having a nice bum. Yeah, well, that was very easy then. Corvus Albright. Hang on, let me just approve this. The Nice Switch says, are we still talking about ass? Why, are you not? Of course we are. Lucy Quinn has ranked it as Sam, Pippin, Frodo, Merry. Dang, Merry. How about that? It's definitely Sam, isn't it? I think all of their butts suit them, though. Like, I think Frodo's got, like, a little peach of a butt, but I think it actually really works. Who knew that there was so much to talk about vis-a-vis the Tolkiendarium and butts? I always suspected, but now that we're really getting down to it, there's a lot to discuss here. Corvus Albright says, "Go on, Johnny dearest, read my comment from earlier." Did I miss a... Sam's gaffer, obviously, give me the Hobbit daddy ass, said Corvus Albright. I forgot about that. Sam's gaffer, yeah, my goodness. Claire de Bear has done a super chat saying, Game of the Year, that was Unpacked. Game of the Year was that Unpacked game. Will we see more of that? I need to know what happens to her and her girlfriend. Yes, so next Monday I'm going to be doing a stream, and I think I'm going to make it like just a general like Christmas party stream. So I was thinking about, just doing a little bit of everything, like I'll wear a dumb jumper, maybe play the last level of Unpacking and then jump into another different game, or, just generally just fart around a bit and have fun. Do some, whip up some Christmas bingo cards or something. I think that would be nice. It'll probably be Monday, and I don't know if I'm going to stream after that because then we're getting perilously close to Christmas, and I just, I need a bit of downtime. But yeah, I think that'll be fine. Oh no, the nice switch says Tetris 99. This time it's Christmas. Yeah, oh god, probably. Martin C says a Christmas quiz. That could be good fun. I'll work it out. I'll work some stuff out. But this Thursday, I'm going to be streaming Vermintide 2 with the absolutely wonderful Samantha Greer, who you may know from around the internet. If you don't, she's wonderful. She has a Patreon of her own, and is just generally one of the most considered voices out there, I think, in terms of games writing at the minute. I think she's bloody great. So that should be good fun. She's also just a big fan of Vermintide 2. So any excuse, really, to go stomp on some rat men. Ooh, Hannah Axelson has put out a very good question. The Witch King of Angmar, great butt or not? Oh, wow, look, you can really see the delay, actually, on my camera. I'm going to nip that in the bud right now. What that is when I film Jedi Fallen Order, I have to put a 200 millisecond delay on my camera. Fascinating, I know. Close that. Then cam link, filters. Remove that filter. There we go. Now there's only a slight delay. Cool. No butt at all. Armor butt, hard and flat. The Witch King has a bad bum. The nice witch says Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil's blatantly got a Chatwood says Tom Bombadil has an unknowable ass. Mancoy says the Witch King doesn't have a good butt. It's sort of thin. Stretched like butter scraped over too much bread. Claire de Bear says, do we have to wear Christmas cracker hat and eat M&S nibbles? Asking for a friend. You absolutely have my blessing if that is what you want to do. I got a ballpoint pen in a Christmas cracker the other day. That was fun. It's really great. I didn't keep it in the end, didn't take it with me. Okay. Elf's Lament by the Bare Naked Ladies and Michael Bublé. That's a choice. It's good. It's not quite my cup of tea, but hats off to whoever chose that one. Tom Bombadil has a rump you could bounce coins off. Ow! Oh, ow. My back. Oh, Will, that got me. That really got me, that one. Oh, bloody hell. The day I get demonetized and my channel is deleted without advance warning, it'll all have been worth it, to be honest. I wouldn't take any of this back. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. So that's the blue, pretty much done on here. I'm not sure what colour to make the elves' actual boots yet, but we'll get around to that. Hannah Axelson says, I see that someone has put Mayor Yule, Sweden's most cursed Christmas song, on the playlist. Good! I think. Unless it really is dreadful. Oh, I love the magnetic field. Such a good voice. Oh. Wow. Yeah, this stream's gone places. Wonderful, terrible places. Right, one more load of blue to paint on here. Haywire says, got onto the stream and the first thing I hear is talk of bouncing coins off Tom Bombadil's butt. What have I just walked into? We're having quite a protracted discussion about who has the best badonkadonk in all of Middle-earth. We have we've discussed it and we have decided that Gondorians have better butts than the Rohirrim, which was a surprise to me, but you know what, the logic is sound. Samwise absolutely has the best butt of all the hobbits in the Fellowship. Hands down. We reckon Radagast the Brown has the best butt of the wizards. Tom Bombadil is just in a league of Tom Bombadil's own, as per usual. It's been pretty eventful, I'll say that much. Not everyone, I note from Will typing in caps in chat, agrees with the assessment that Gondorians have a better butt than the Rohirrim. The logic was that horse riding works your core and your shoulders more, whereas there's a lot of stairs in Gondor. A lot of them. So, you know, they've both got lovely butts, but the Gondorians have got more junk in the trunk, you know? Emerald says, what have I walked into? Come, stop acting surprised, all of you. Emma Benton says, can I add the whole Muppets Christmas Carol? If not, what's your favourite? And I'll add that. Marley and Marley. We'll keep it at that. Thank you for asking. It's very good. I was planning to go to the cinema and watch it as like a sing-along, which I'd like doing around this time of year, but it's too scary out there now with the infection rate in London, so I'm not doing that. We were going to have some people over for some mulled wine on Wednesday as well, but we have canned that plan. It just feels a little bit risky. Marshmallow World by Tim Wheeler and Emmy the Great. This is an aggressive Christmas song, isn't it? Oh gosh. Oh god. I normally like Emmy the Great, but I am struggling with this one, I will be perfectly honest. Corvus Albright has done a super chat saying, Johnny dearest, my lovely friend Janine has joined the stream again despite encountering 2020 the Bear TM last time. Hooray, fantasy butts! I cannot believe you would immediately name drop the bear despite Janine being subjected to his terrifying stare last time. Janine, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you've just caught an awful lot of chat about the various butts of Lord of the Rings. Emma Benton says, show us the bear. All right, everybody, you know what's coming up. 2020 the Bear has been summoned. 2020 the Bear is going to make an appearance. So strap in, everybody. If you don't want to see 2020 the Bear, look away now. Because here comes 2020 the Bear. With his cold, dead eyes, runny clown makeup, the viscera, the exposed musculature, the ribs, the hat, the ruff. A tragic fellow, if ever there was. Goodness. I was thinking, actually, about doing a raffle whereby, to raise a bit of money, if people donate to a charity, which I do have picked, but I'll mention it. I'm going to firm up these plans and probably do it, but I was thinking if everybody can prove that they made a donation to a charity, I will probably on the Christmas party stream pick a name out of the hat, and then whoever I pick will get 2020 the Bear. Because it's time to exercise him. It's time to get him out of my life. Really. Emma Benton just says, no, I want him, lol. Okay. Oh no, and he just got married. It would be it wouldn't be a fitting gift, it'd be a dreadful gift. We'll see. We will see. The Lurking Writer says, what's so wrong with him? I've seen scarier clowns before. Bracket, spent a few weeks watching a clown beholder being painted. It's less... It's not that he's the scariest thing that's ever existed. It's that we set out to paint this model on stream and we were like, ha ha ha, this is going to be fun. And by the end, it was just like, oh, it's not nice, to be honest. Like... it was just a bit unnerving and unpleasant, you know. So, yeah. Hannah Axelson says, so let's all agree that whoever gets the bear, send it back to Johnny again. You won't escape that easy. Oh no, please. Oh God. I go check the P.O. box and he's just sitting there. Greetings. Okay, right. Let's try and lay down some of this silver and see how it comes out versus this blue. I have to be quite careful, actually. Oh, it's good fun. It's fun. I like it. But I'm going to need a smaller brush. Emerald says, Johnny, are you embarrassed of 2020 the Bear? That's incredibly rude. Not embarrassed, just not proud. There's, there's a difference, I think. Let's go for this small brush. Emma maintains it would be the best wedding present. I'm going to have a think about it. Maybe I can come up with a different raffle prize that people might actually want. We shall see. Right, okay. Is this even the same model I was painting? Yeah, apparently. Really? Yeah. Oh, I think when I do the rest of this team, I might paint the silver first and then the blue, but you can see it's starting to go down there. It looks quite goody two-shoes, really, as a colour scheme, but I think that's kind of fine. It's nice that it'll be something slightly unexpected for the colour to shadow. And I'll shade this model so it'll have some more contrast built in before I sort of brighten it all up again. Some Vallejo metals are a bit hit and miss. I don't feel like this is going on brilliantly. Santa Claus is Coming to Town with the Jackson 5 with all the love in the world. I'm going to skip that. Silver. Sean Carr says, do you happen to have a favourite army in 40k to paint? I do. The only army I've ever attempted in 40k is the Adeptus Sororitas. I really like the models, and I think their sort of army fluff is quite fun. Well, interesting. I like them a lot. So I've got a combat patrol in a Sororitas, but not much beyond that. Monster Noodles done a super chat saying, just wanted to say thanks for keeping me sane while I'm housebound due to back issues. Merry Christmas from Noodle, brackets carbohydrate, and Teddy, puppy. I hope your back trouble eases up soon, Monster Noodle. Yeah, that sucks. It's never good being sort of confined to the house when you're used to being sort of more mobile. So fingers crossed everything comes good for you very, very soon. Still, at least you got a pup with you to keep you company, unless the pup is obviously being very, very demanding, then it's a challenge. But still, yeah. Merry Christmas to you too. Okay. Oh, Christ. Okay, no, that's all right. So, you can sort of see it starting to come together here. What is wrong with my focusing ability today? I do like the way that grey works. So let's keep going with these. This one will be interesting because she's got more of like an actual just proper breastplate going on, rather than wearing the weird shawl thing. Oh, the graveyard of the outcast dead is the Grey Goose graveyard, isn't it, in Southwark? That's what he's singing about. I used to live right near that. Good Luck or a Quick Death has swept in, left a festive super chat, and said precisely nothing in the inimitable, very generous, silent style to which we're all accustomed. Thank you very much, Good Luck or a Quick Death. Nice to see you in chat. Oh, there it is. There's Last Christmas by Wham. It is a banger, isn't it? It's a timeless classic. Monster Noodle says Teddy sort of tore Santa's arms off yesterday, so Christmas may not go very smoothly. For anyone, it sounds like, if Santa is now down 2 arms at the busiest time of the year. But, you know, puppies are boisterous. I'm sure Santa understands. Special. Silver! Yeah, this is fun. I like this game. Cool, cool, cool. Tony Dyke says, "Hey Johnny, what's your preferred non-profit?" With a super chat. Thank you, that's very kind. My preferred non-profit is Mind, the UK mental health charity. Although the RNLI in the UK also does incredibly vital work, and have come under fire lately because basically they're it's lifeboats. They save people's lives a lot, and because this is a deeply racist country, recently people have started to abuse them for helping save the lives of people who are coming to seek refuge in the UK. You know, people are coming across the channel on boats because they are desperate, and people are annoyed that the RNLI saves their lives. So I'm planning to do a charity stream for them sometime soon, because it is just gross that people's racism extends that far. But those are my 2 preferred ones. Thank you very much for asking, and for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, so... I've never really considered before, but... Right, last Christmas I gave him my heart. The very next day he gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. That's such a brilliant fucking put down. It's like, last year, you were callous. And you know what? Actually, that's not about me. That's about you. So this year, I'll save myself the hassle and find someone who's actually special. Whoa! Holy shit. Devastating. Emeralds has done a super chat saying, "What is the meanest or most devious thing you've done as a DM?" Thank you very much for the super chat, Emeralds. It would probably be... I was running a campaign of Blades in the Dark, and one of the players really wanted their characters to die so they could come back as a vampire. And it took me ages to realise that's what they were doing. And then I kind of was like, well... And I kept them alive for ages. They kept putting themselves in danger, and I just didn't kill them for ages. So that was quite fun. But then his character died and he completely lost interest because I was like, well, you can be a vampire now. And he was like, yeah, I can. And never came to another session. So that's probably the meanest thing I've done. Emma Blass is on a super chat. Another quote from our resident Lord of the Rings butt expert saying, "Be sure to mention that the friendship between King Eomer and King Elisar between King Eomer and King Elisar, the quality of Rohirric butts is actually sure to improve with the time that Rohirrim spend in Gondor." Oh my god, the world is passing into a new age. Also, like, if Faramir and Eowyn, if they imagine the power that their child, when grown, would have in their own hindquarters. Burrito has done a super chat saying, "Is there a musician you discovered this year and obsessed over? Mine are doom bands Krallice and Skepticism, and also learning to appreciate jazz." God, there must be a band I discovered this year that I've got really into. Let me look through my Spotify in a minute. Maybe I should go back to academia. Do you reckon I could do a PhD on butts in Lord of the Rings? Adio You OK says, "Are we still talking Lord of the Rings butts?" No, we're talking Lord of the Rings butts again. We did talk about other things for a little while, but you know, it's an irresistible topic. I hate to see it. I hate to see it leave whenever we start talking about it, but I'd love to watch it walk away, etc., etc. Right, so band that I discovered this year and got obsessed with. I'm struggling to talk because "Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher" from Billy Elliot is playing, and it's hard to talk over the top of that. Let's look at my top songs of 2021. Knew about all of these. Did I know about Samia last year? I don't think I did. Yeah, it probably would be Samia. Samia. She's kind of like Phoebe Bridgers adjacent, but just has some really bloody lovely songs. Like, her first album is called The Baby, and it's just a series of really solid bops, and then the last track is emotionally devastating, and I really love that whole album. I think it's great. So that would be my choice of artist that I discovered and then obsessed over this year. She's very, very good. Emeralds has done a super chat saying, "Come watch Johnny's stream," they said. "It'll be fun," they said. I get here and we've got B Deathballs, a Lord of the Rings butt expert, and 2020 the Bear. I know, right? It's been a good year. A2 says that R's in J.R.R. Tolkien do stand for rumps and rears, so I do think he would approve of this chat. And here I was thinking it was Jolkin, Rolkin, Rolkin, Tolkien. Just like popular musician Cardigan Bardigan. Jolkin, rumps and rears, Tolkien. Oh, goodness me. REC says, "Do Legolas's elf eyes only see Lord of the Rings butts, Johnny?" Well, that's a point. Uruk-hai butts, we haven't even talked about those. Legolas would be able to give us the definitive verdict. Taking the hobbits to Isengard. And baby, do they got back. Conga Stewie's done a super chat saying, "Got any ideas for a Christmas-themed D&D session? My family loved the game I ran the other week and have asked for another session. I'm bloody chuffed." That's brilliant. Christmas sessions are always a funny one. Like, because you could do, like, you could take a popular Christmas story, like A Christmas Carol or whatever, and sort of run a special based off that. I tend to like setting it in the world where Christmas is sort of, or an equivalent festival is being celebrated, but the ability to enjoy it is impaired if the party doesn't do something. So it's like you're saving Christmas, but you're not saving Christmas as a whole thing. You're saving someone's Christmas. That's the sort of level I like to pitch it at. Sorry, Mancoy said Legolas can't actually see that far with his elf eyes. It was his elf ears hearing the clap of Uruk-hai butts, but he didn't want to admit it. Or what do you think Aragorn's listening to with his ear to the ground? Their pace is quickened. Pat. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick. Claire de Bear has done a super chat saying, "Here's some Scotch egg cash for Watson the Seal." Thank you kindly. Has What's Never Had a Scotch Egg? Probably not, actually. Right, Christmas-themed D&D sessions, though. You've got, right, Christmas is being stolen. Christmas has already been stolen, and you need to get it back in time for Christmas. You can rip off something like the Nutcracker. So it's like there's a big, weird Christmas robot, and I don't really know the Nutcracker that well. But I do like the idea. I do also like the idea that, like, it's a kind of a very common fantasy one, but it's like there is a Christmas thing, like Santa or something similar, but the people fear it. Why do they feel it? Why do they fear it? What does it do? Are they right to fear it, or has everyone got the wrong end of the stick? How can they change Christmas to make it better, basically? Stuff like that. The Lurking Writer has gone straight in with Santa's been murdered. Which elf did it? Mystery one-shot. Interesting. Okay, so we've reached the point where here's how the base colours are looking so far. We need to do something about these sort of draconic skin ruffs. And I'm thinking about something purplish. To be specific, thinking about Screamer Pink. Do I still have Screamer Pink, or did it dry out? There you are. But to make sure, we should go back to our poorly mistreated grey seer and make sure it works. Virgil Dresser has done a super chat saying, just want to say thank you for your amazing content and the nice community. Kind of having a hard time and watching something relaxing and nice helps. I'm sorry to hear you're having a hard time, Virgil. I hope things improve. And yeah, may I say, I'm sure the community agrees when you say, like, yeah, it's a nice place and we like it being nice and it's nice to be here. And I think one of the best things is that everyone sort of supports each other. So you've probably got some nice comments incoming from people. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chat and for tuning in the first place. That's really, really nice of you. All right, yeah, this colour works, I think. Hang on. I think that works, as long as there's not loads of it, which there sort of isn't on these models. Poor Grey Seer. One day I'll strip this model, reprime it, and paint it properly before it turns into the equivalent of 2020 the Bear. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Now on Carol of the Bells Symphonic Heavy Metal version by Orion's Reign. Which is certainly something. Here's how it looks. Oh, there are teeth on this thing. We might be digging out the old pale sand after all. Christmas is saved. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that looks like they've basically just put scarves over their normal uniform. It works, I think. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Lawrence Smith says that it looks like one of the GWSTC brushes. How are you finding it? Looking for good synthetic options? I think these are great. They keep a good tip. They are inexpensive. Yeah, I've no complaints about them really at all. I think they're pretty great. I've got some slightly rattier looking ones now. Like this small base brush, and particularly actually this medium layer brush I'll show you. I've put through, let me just sort the focus here. I put this through quite a lot, and you can see there's some cracking around the handle here, but I don't treat my brushes brilliantly, I'll say. It has a tiny, tiny little synthetic tip hook, but I have no idea. I have no idea how many models I've painted with this thing, and it's still pretty great. I've used this brush a lot, so yeah. I think they're well worth it. Yes, actually, I will use that brush now. Oh, why does my hip hurt? That's fun. There we go. Something needs to go pop. Ooh. My lower body's a bit banged up from getting tattooed this week and just sort of holding a position for ages. So that's fun. I'm also just aging. Oasis skin. Oh yeah, who put It Feels Like Christmas on? It's true, wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. Oh, it's so good. Muppets Christmas Carol is my favourite part of Christmas, really, because, like, my wife and I watch it and have a glass of port, like, every year, and it's just, like, we've been doing that for, like, the last 7 or 8 years now, I think. And every time it's on, it's, like, the most consistent, like, we made it, we're here, we're relaxing, and it's Christmas kind of thing that I get, so I'm just like, whoa, it is great. Okay, so that's that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it on Christmas Day. We should probably watch it on Christmas Eve, but it just, like, I don't know, it works on Christmas Day as well, it's fine. Sven Hanneman says, okay, as I cannot let the topic go, what Lord of the Rings character would you get tattooed on your butt? Gosh. I don't know if I would get my butt tattooed, you know, but let's assume that I am, and I'm getting a Lord of the Rings character. I don't know. What a strange place to have a recognisable character from fiction, you know? Grond. Yep. Sorry, there was me being like, oh, I don't know, this is a difficult Grond. Take that whichever way you like. God, a Grond tattoo would actually be pretty sick. Maybe not on my butt, but... Yep, never missing a beat. Will says, is Grond pointing inwards or outwards? It's for me to know. There we go. Bin Wizard is just chanting Grond. For those of you who aren't quite aware, Grond is the massive battering ram they use at Minas Tirith. Shadow the Edgehog, such a good username, has done a super chat saying, "Hi Johnny, I just want to say that I love you and your channel. You've helped me through my depression and are always a bright light in my life." Thank you, that's so kind. And like, it's really good of you to say. I know it's like, it can often be difficult to talk about, mental health stuff. So I really appreciate it. And I'm really glad that my stuff has come in handy. As somebody who, lives with some fairly profound mental health issues from time to time, it means a lot that I can sort of help other people. So thank you. I should have known better than to name drop Grand. Now chat's just Grand. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. Keep it up, I don't mind. All right. Oh, I actually really like this colour scheme. Good. Where are we getting to now? Kind of want to do the leather details. Some buckles and stuff to do. Jordan Horn says, "Sorry, I only just arrived. Firstly, do not apologise. Second, oh gosh, there's a lot of butt talk to catch up on. Have you played any Dungeon Bowl yet?" I haven't. I've been very, very busy, but I think I can get a game in this week. Hopefully, anyway. What was I doing? Painting. That's right. There we go. Okay. Here comes another metal version of Carol of the Bells. Well done. Christmas playlist. Good job, everyone. Oh, there's a lot of trumpets in it, this one. Do I like that? No, I don't. That is not the colour I want. I want to paint the boots the same leather. Keep it simple. Anonymous says, "Getting a tattoo of a battering ram? That's a lot of grand to cover." Very good. That's not the same paint. We need Rhinox hide, not dryad bark. Where did I put it? That's the question. There. REC says, "We're having all of the classic Johnny Chiodini memes today. We just need to bring up Bisque and we're covered for all of them." Is Bisque really a classic? I feel like Bisque is a fairly new one for us. Not to stamp on it or anything. Probably shouldn't stamp on Bisque, at least without foot protection. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's better. Snowiest Earth 72 has done a super sticker. The super sticker depicts a Shiba Inu wearing some sort of robe, and basically using a calligraphy brush and some paper to write #1 on the page, and kind of sort of does it and then turns around and is like, as if to imply that either I or the Shiba Inu could be considered #1, which is very flattering. Thank you very much, Snowiest Earth 72. Okay, here we go. Paint some leather straps. Yeah, sticking to one Shade of brown was the right call here. Nice Witch says, very good handwriting for a dog. Yeah, true. Much better than Watson's handwriting. Uru Smith says, evening Johnny, just joining while cooking vegan chicken fried rice. I got my first Pathfinder mini at the weekend. Any painting advice for a novice? Make sure you get a shade or a wash for your model and do use it, because I think a lot of painters when they first start out don't really use them, and it really does improve your model so much and so easy to use. But mostly just be patient with yourself. And the model's done when you say it's done. You don't have to paint to like a competition winning standard. And you'll learn as you go and as you do more. So just have fun with it, basically. Thunder Cookie has done a super chat of it's a pear. It is a pear. The pear is anthropomorphized somewhat. It has arms and legs, and this is grinning, but sort of with a slightly uneasy look in its eyes, and it's absolutely sweating out juice, which is not something I realised pears could do. But anyway, we'll skip over that bit. So the pear has some dumbbells, and it's kind of doing reps with their arms and lifting their knees at the same time, which must be quite a workout, really. That's cardio and lifting, Goodness me. So yeah, there we go. Nice Witch says, sweating juice. I hate and love it here. Right? I feel like we've got an interesting mix going on. It's a real melange that we have on this channel. All right. So, Thunder Cookie says, we're cursed, but in a cute way? That's pretty much it, yeah. So, what else do we need to do? We need to do a layering on the skin of these elves. This one needs a shoe painting, 2 shoes painting. And that strap and their belt. Okay. So we've got a few little bits to touch up. Then we're going to have a tiny break, 5 to 7 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer, because I could probably do with very quickly jumping in the shower and washing my back. But then we'll just keep going. We're going to shade these models and then sort of work on layering them up, and you know how this goes. Okie dokie. The Lurking Writer says, upsettingly wholesome is an interesting dynamic, but we seem to have achieved it. Right? I think that's I think that's quite an achievement that we've managed here, really, collectively. Oh. Oh yeah, I missed your little bracer. Okay, hold on. Oh, I should probably layer up the leather as well, actually. All right. I like this colour scheme. I'm really enjoying the grey, actually. I've only ever really used Storm Vermin Fur for like an accent colour. I've never used it as a base colour, and it's good, turns out. So, right. Okie dokie. It is about 10 to 6 here in London. Now we go to the shipping forecast. We're going to take a 5 to 7 minute break. It may even run to 10 minutes. Who even knows? During that time, do what you need or want to do. Do you need to stretch? Are you hydrated? Are you fed? Are you comfortable? Could you be warmer? Only you truly know the answers to all of these things. So I'm going to go away 5 to 7 minutes, possibly even 10. We'll see. And then I'll come back and we will carry on. So do whatever it is you want to keep yourself happy, and I'll be back. If you're not going anywhere, then, for example, the nice witch says I'm going to sit here perfectly still for 5 to 7 minutes. You'll get some smooth jazz and a picture of my dog. So, don't say we don't look after you here on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. Back in a bit. Well, hello everybody. How are you doing? How was your break? Just putting my socks back on. I'm generally not an egotistical person. I don't want to brag or anything, but I don't know how many other streamers can go take a quick shower in a little stream break and make it back with a couple of minutes to spare. But I bloody made it happen, didn't I? Cedric Keeney says, thank you so much for the stream. It's calming me before a doctor visit. You are very welcome. I hope everything goes very smoothly for you. Happy to be of service. Right. Okay. Things to do. Emma Benton says, did you just jump in the water and then jump back out? I had to wash my back. So I just washed my back, got out, toweled off, clothes back on. Here we are. Okay, so that's going to go there. Going to open another one of those because I am a growing person. Whoop, boop, whoop, whoop, whoop. Rob J says, I changed seating position to a more ungainly one to spite Monster Noodle. Oh. Okie dokie. Alright. Oh, ow. Okay. It's going to get out some Kislev flesh and a small layer brush. And we're going to start working up the faces of these elves. I still hate doing humanoid faces. I'm not very good at them. But I'm going to try and get there with it. I need to watch the Warhammer Plus sort of like painting masterclass. Apparently that's very good, but I've not done it yet. Okay. Ah. That would help, wouldn't it? There we go. Oh, I'm just bad at faces. I'm just bad at them. You know what, I'm just going to make this an all-over layer, I think. Davy Jones has done a super chat. There is no attached message. Thank you very much, Davy. If there was meant to be a chat attached to that, just type it normally and I will read it out. You do not need to make another financial contribution to the channel in order to have your voice heard. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay. Little elf face there. Let's do that again a couple of times. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Oh yeah. And of course the severed arm. We'll work on that later actually. That's fine. That's two of the faces done. Let's do the third one. Try and work out how we're going to shade this nonsense. This particular elf looks like someone and I can't quite place who it is. It might be one of the FBI agents in Die Hard. Which is such a weird thing to pick out from nowhere, but that's kind of what I'm getting off him. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was going to layer up the leather. Okay. Here we go. Just doing sort of little details to make it look sort of like it's more aged and worn, this leather. So it'll get flattened out again quite a bit by the shade. Ah, Davy Jones says, just a tip because of this nice community and the unexplainable feeling of belonging it gives to me. Thanks. That's very kind. Thank you very much. Very glad to have you as part of the community of, frankly, very nice people. Do I want to be doing this? Yeah. I'm gonna... So here's a technique I've been using quite a bit more recently. It's where you just paint stuff on and then you just wipe it off. It's quite fun. So you can be messy, obviously, and it builds up a more subtle sort of patina. I'm patina, Belinda! And, like, you know, there is no right or wrong way to paint. So it's quite freeing, actually, just to be like, well, I'll slap that on and I'll wipe it off from the areas I want it to be less prominent. It's good. Yeah, that sort of works. Linon says the Miyagi technique. Very good, Linon. Patina? I hardly know her. Very good, Whizboom. Elves. That seems to work. Yeah, these look fun. I like them. I like them. Question is, what shade to use on these? Obviously the arm is very blue. And I don't want anything super strong to really dull down the, dull down the silver. But, not sure yet. I'll work it out. Might end up shading some of the grey here, see what we get. Oh, that's a band I sort of started listening to this year and obsessing over is Pup. Sorry, that just sort of came back to me. Pup is a fucking great band. Obviously, I was made aware of them by Luke Westaway. But, oh, they got their hooks into me this year. Sarah Burke says the Muppets Christmas Carol references are making my very terrible day better. It's nice. This stream is nice. I mean, I'm always up for Muppets Christmas Carol references. I bloody love that film so much. It smells so good, Mother. I don't know why that line always sticks in my head, but it really does. Okay. Windy forecast says, it does, doesn't it? I can't do a good Miss Piggy. I can't do Miss Piggy Bean doing that voice. I can handle the like, Peter, Peter. But, yeah. Anyway. Okay. Emma Blass says, Muppet Treasure Island used to be my favourite Muppet movie, but Christmas Carol has usurped since I began attending a friend's yearly screenings. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot of my friends actually have a great love for Treasure Island, and I remember watching it a lot as a kid, but Christmas Carol was always the one for me as a child, and it's become such a big part of my Christmas tradition that it's impossible to... That's not going anywhere, basically. That's not going to get superseded anytime soon. Yes, you. There we go. Oh, that'll do. Okay. Okay. Let's test a theory. Oh, that's my elbow, that bit. Cromp. Agrax Earthshade. Let's dig you out and see what we get. REC says, okay, I'm going to say something slightly controversial. I don't think I've ever seen The Muppets Christmas Carol. That's fine. Doesn't have to be controversial. I have no time for people who are like, oh my god, you haven't seen blah. It's like, no. I've read Crime and Punishment. Have you? I'm not going to yell at you for fucking not having picked that book up. Like, the correct response, and the response I'm going to give you now, vis-a-vis Muppets Christmas Carol, is like, oh, it's such a treat. I really hope you like it if you decide to watch it. It's that fucking easy. It's that easy. Just be like, oh, it's great. It's very good. Don't penalise people for not having consumed all of the same culture as you dickheads. So, yeah. The Nice Witch says, Paddington 1 and 2 have become firm Christmas faves for us. Not Christmas themed at all, but deliciously good and warm and lovely. Good and warm and lovely. That's what it looks like with the shade on, by the way, so I'm going to go with Agrax Earthshade. I still haven't seen the Paddington films, and I know that they are apparently, like, just unironically wonderful. So, yeah, I look forward to sort of finding the right time to watch those, but it's not turned up yet. But I'll get there. Shade, shade, shade. Shade the elf. Oh, I really like this colour scheme. The Nice Witch says, you'll really love them, almost jealous of you being able to watch them for the very first time. Yeah, looking forward to it. Because I used to enjoy Paddington as a kid. Obviously, it's good fun to go see the statue at Paddington Station. But, I always felt a little distant from Paddington because I don't really like marmalade. Even now, like, it's too bitter. But you know what? That's fine. You know, more marmalade for him. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, I'm painting a fucking camera again, aren't I? This colour scheme really works. I'm really, really pleased with it. Good. And I look forward to seeing what it's going to be like on the other models from this team, because, like, they're Skaven. Nice, which says, it's okay, you can always have jam instead. Thank you. I'd like to like marmalade, but I don't know. So, you know how people who drink Negronis always seem to be having a really good time? I can't drink them. They're too bitter for me. I can't do it. But they seem so happy together.
With a sipping cocktail.
Thank you. I've been reliably informed that they're more of a sipping cocktail. I mean, I knew they weren't chuggers. Right, so that's how this is coming out. I'm just going to close the shade pot. Yeah. Here's how we're currently looking. Obviously, the shade is very, very wet, so the model is very shiny. But you can see how sort of the Agrax Earthshade is settling into the creases and the crevices. Ho ho ho. I think these models are going to turn out quite well. I also think they're going to be quite easy to do. Because I don't know what more I want to do to this blue. I don't have like a different metallic blue. Where's the focal point? There's the focal point. I might just sort of leave that. I like these a lot. Anonymous says, just imagine the weird names he could have been saddled with if he got off at a different station. I know. Can you even imagine? Euston the Bear would be alright. Liverpool Street the Bear, bit weird. Cockfosters the Bear. I am pleased with these elves. Hooray! Elephant and Castle the Bear. Swindon Bear. There it is. Yeah. Lots of people suggesting Elephant and Castle the Bear. Merc Cowan says, oh no, Johnny likes elves now. Hold on. Hold on a darn minute. I did not say I like elves now. I just like the paint job I've done. Gonna let the shade settle on these. God, if I'd known that actually these were quite easy to do, I'd have assembled more of the models so I could paint them up. But that's okay. This might end up as an assembly stream, putting the models together again rather than painting them. But we've got a while yet to go on these models. I need to sort of layer them up and do final highlights and stuff. Hermit Prime says, what's wrong with elves? There's not like there's loads of there's loads wrong with elves. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm more of a dwarf sort of person. I do find elves can be quite boring. Just like, oh, I'm an elf, like Tolkien's elves. Like, oh, it's so superlative. It's like, yeah, giving it all this, blah, 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 blah. Will says, I mean, there's a fair bit wrong with them. Yeah, but I'm not going to pile in on the elves now. I'm not that fond of them. Benjamin Bloomer says, I bet elves love a Negroni. Yeah, fair. Oh, goodness me. Oh, sudden yawn. Science Boy says, so, like cat people and dog people, we now have elf people and dwarf people, eh? Yeah, exactly. Or, you know, Nerds and cool guys. Come on, dry, you bloody shade. Yep, this is taking a while. Joshua Dupree says, "Hey Johnny, how are you today?" I'm alright, thank you. I'm doing a bit of yawning. I'm quite tired at the moment, but I'm good. Thank you very, very much. Visible Wizard says, "Johnny, have you played a game called Deep Rock Galactic? It's a solo or team-based video game about some space dwarves who are mining an asteroid with space bugs on it." I have. I played a fair amount of it. When my friends and I were sort of looking for something new to play, we played it for a good while, and then we went off it quite quickly as well. Like, it was good fun, but I just suddenly hit a wall with it, and I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. Also, the voice acting was dreadful on all of the dwarves. Rock and stone! I thought it was awful, but... So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Why I'm suddenly so tired. Monster Noodle says, "Sorry, I am just 100% Dragon Age brain rot." Yeah, fair. Simply Dave says, "Quite a shapely rear view on these elves." I know, right? Goodness me. Gavin Hill says, "Hey Johnny, can't stay long, so I'm doing last minute Christmas shopping on one of my early days off, but I wanted to ask a serious question." Next comment. "What is a good alternative to sir or ma'am for non-binary people and others who those titles don't quite fit? I work in customer service, and the standard is to address somebody with some kind of title." It is difficult because, like, if we were talking outside of a if we were talking outside of a retail environment, I'd say that titles just aren't worthwhile. Like, they're just not. There's no point in using them. Like, they don't add much. In fact, I find it quite weird when people, would address me with like sir. To be like respectful. If someone was sending me a message being like, "Sir, I just want to tell you I enjoy your channel." It's like, it just makes me feel weird. But obviously, if you are expected as part of a service industry to, excuse me, fucking hell, to use titles like that, it is tricky because you are going to want to reach for a term. Personally, I would like. As a non-binary person, I would rather that someone just didn't use any of those terms at all for me, but not everyone may feel the same. I know there are some other MB people. Boss is a fun alternative, says Emma Benton. Jack Wood says, "My liege." Because obviously, it's easier with plural, so instead of like ladies and gentlemen, you just say everyone or folks. Pal might work, but again, that's kind of quite... It's very informal, but ultimately, I think if somebody kicks off, Your Excellency, Chief. Jazzy B says, "We now use Dear Customer at work in our letter templates." If somebody kicks off at you for, using a term and them not feeling like it's respectful enough, like if you're like chief or pal or whatever, then that is an issue. But generally speaking, I think if there is a non-binary person there, they would just appreciate you not using the term. It's difficult. Oh, Hetnikick says buddy. Or I vote buddy. Buddy's a good one. This shade is taking quite a long time to dry. Maybe it's winter or something. Who knows? Ugh. Come on. Dry. I wish to layer up some butts. Okay. Angelic Fergus says, God, I am so distracted by the shininess of that butt. Right? Good lord. Maybe I didn't shake the Agrax Earth Shade enough. It has come out quite shiny. Anyway, right, we're going to go back in with some Storm Vermin fur and start layering up some stuff. Monster Noodles on a super chat saying, fun NB thing, my mum wrote noodle in my Xmas card. Amazing. That's brilliant. It's really nice when you get that validation, isn't it? And it's so simple, but it's so lovely. Wendy Forecast says, maybe you could say friend. I now say hello friend to all the people I see until I can get a chance to ask them their pronouns. Nice. Yeah. I think that works. Sven Hanneman asks if this butt is shiny enough to be a beacon of Gondor. I do see some people debating whether or not Master is gendered in the chat. 100% it is. Like, I know some people do try and use it in a non-gendered way, but those are, like, edge cases. Master is 100% historically and still, like, now in common language usage, male-gendered. Framed Mugshot says, I prefer not to be perceived at all. Right, layering up butt. God, it is so shiny. What's going on? I'd be worried. I'd be worried if that was my butt. I would say, Doctor, Doctor, my butt. I haven't heard a good Doctor, Doctor joke in a while. It feels like that's kind of fallen off as a joke format. Apparently I missed Iffy's super chat. Sorry, Iffy. I'll scroll back up. Oh yeah, Iffy has done a super chat saying, WA, well, WA, state. Washington. Of course it's Washington. Washington is about to drop their 2-week quarantine, so I have some money I would have spent on hotel quarantine. Oh my goodness, I get to go back to Oz soon. Thank you very much, Iffy, and good news about being able to go back to Oz soon. That's great. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Forgive me for not being very good at my state abbreviations. I've still not quite got over the fact that I forgot what IN was, and I was like, East Nebraska? But I always get there in the end, even if sometimes it's weeks or months later. Painting elf butt. Painting elf butt. Yep, little elf butt. And these butts have come out so shiny. I must not have. It's fine, I can just put some Lamian medium over this or something. Take the old sheen off. Oh, painting a codpiece. And hold on to your butts. That didn't make sense. Anyway, I was painting a codpiece is what I meant there. Ta-da. Oh, already did that one. Okay. I think we've got away with it with this shade. It has dried a little bit shiny, but the cloth seems to be alright again. Whoop. Really struggling with the focus today on this. I must have put the f-stop down quite a bit. Yeah, here we go, hang on. That's too much the other way. But that should be... There we go. I forgot I brought the... There we go, that's much better. Fucking hell, stupid. Okay, cool. Right, so we've done one layer of grey. I'm now going to add some of the lighter grey, which is this sort of ghost grey, to what we've just used, and do another one. Mark Cohen says, oh, did you pre-order Rocket Launcher Dwarf? Gun Dwarf? Absolutely. Of course I did. Can't wait. Because I'm now thinking about... I am actually thinking about redrafting my Dwarf team for next year's Blood Bowl League, rather than changing to Goblins. So, yeah, I think it could come in quite handy. Is that too much? Yes, it is. I've overdone it on mixing in that stuff, so I'm now going to add some Storm Vermin back in. Okay, that should hopefully be a bit better. Yeah, that'll do. No, it's still too much, actually. That's annoying. Okay, right. That's better. Okay. Yes, it is the correct butt colour. Well, it's the right layer colour that I want, anyway. Don't know what I was trying to say there, really. Might switch to a smaller brush for this. Okay, so that's the cloth sort of layered up. Hopefully you can see the sort of more depth to it now. I'm just going to do the same thing with the others. Paint the butts. Paint the butts. Alex Barnhill's on a super chat saying, was just watching a Sea of Thieves stream, heard you singing Northwest Passage. Wonder if you've heard Nathan's version, brackets Stan's version. Brings a tear to my eye every time. Oh, Stan's son. Sorry, Stan's... No, I didn't even realise... God, I did not realise that that Stan Rogers had a son. So I will check that out. That sounds great. I'll check it out after this in case it does bring a tear to my eye. But oh, that's very exciting. Thank you very much for letting me know, Alex, and for the super chat. Indeed, I really appreciate the support. While I paint butts and talk about them a lot, it turns out. Just so much butt chat today. Alright, so that's all the kind of the grey done. And then how much more do we really want to do? Oh, one sec, everyone, I'll be right back. Hi everyone, sorry, I am back. It's had to say farewell to my wife. Also, I found some glass on my chair, so that's exciting. Very weird. Rob J says, seems a good opportunity to leave and make food. Absolutely not, Rob, you stay there. I'm joking, go for it. Nick Jeffries on Super Chat saying, by the way, Johnny, I am back on XCOM 2, but this time I'm playing with the DLC and War of the Chosen content. Aoife Wilson is a Reaper in my team. Lovely. I still haven't finished XCOM 2, and I don't think I will. I just couldn't get on with it as much as I wanted to, so... Davy Jones has done a super sticker of a peach. It looks like a butt. And goodness me, if we aren't talking about butts a lot today. Thank you very much, Davy. I very much appreciate it. Always nice to look at a lovely bum. So says I. Okay. This might actually turn out to be a very simple colour scheme. I'm used to layering stuff up after painting it and shading it. But it doesn't really feel like it's adding much. I don't know. Like, the highlighting step might actually be very brief. Especially since the shade is still not dried on that bit. Bloody hell. Yeah. These models don't need much. Turns out. Nick Greenstone Super Chat saying, love these chill streams. By any chance, is the Oxventure art you tweeted about last month a sculpture of you with masks for a bunch of characters? It bloody well is. I haven't got it yet. It's in the safe hands of a friend who was meant to come to London this week, but couldn't. But yeah, oh my god, it's amazing. It's incredible. Like, honestly bowled over with the level of craft and the creativity, and just the execution is wonderful. So, Colin Laster says, just what I needed after the rough morning I've had today. A chance to chill out with my favourite YouTuber. Thanks for being on today, Johnny. My pleasure. It's my job, but I'm sorry you've had a rough morning. I hope things improve considerably for you very, very quickly, and that you have a lovely rest of your day. Nick says, thank you so much. I shipped that back in April and have been anxiously waiting for it to finally be delivered. It's arrived, all right. Do not worry. And it arrived in great shape. I need to reattach my own arm, but apart from that, it is absolutely perfect. And the arm is a really clean break that will have happened in transit that's going to be so easy to fix with super glue. So worry not. I love it. It's genuinely humbling and wonderful. Thank you so much. I was going to wait to gush about it, obviously, until I actually had it in my possession. But yeah, it's so cool. The rest of you, I'll show you. I will show you. I'll show you when I get hold of it because it's fucking great. Anonymous says, if I were to start a new playthrough of XCOM 2, do you have any preferences to what class to be put into the game as? Not really, no. Medic, actually. Definitely a medic. I really like playing support characters, and I've been in friends' campaigns of XCOM before, and I've always requested that, so there we go. Okay. Let's do a little bit of highlighting with the silver, just to bring it back in a little bit stronger again. These really don't need much, actually. I might have stumbled across a very quick and easily repeatable colour scheme, which is a treat. Because oftentimes I'll be like, I'll do this, and it'll be really straightforward, and then it really fucking isn't. So if I've actually managed to make a workable solution, and I can paint up this college team really quick, that would be brilliant. Fingers crossed, anyway. Yeah, I'm just picking at these now. So I'm going to do a tiny bit of silver on each. I'm going to highlight their faces, and I'm going to call them done. And that will make me happy. And I'll fucking get the miniature back on camera. Windy Forecast says, unfortunately, I think I have to go. Documentation is calling my name, and I have to use all of my brain for that. Thank you for sharing your time with us today. I look forward to the VOD. Take care, Windy Forecast. I hope the documentation is easily dealt with, and that you enjoy the VOD. Indeed, if you're now watching this bit in the future, hi! I hope I'm still alive. Yeah, alright. Yeah, pleased with these. Tiny bit of highlighting, and then they're done, and then we're just going to start assembling the others. Colin Laster says, is Dungeon Bowl an offshoot of Blood Bowl, or have I missed something? You haven't missed a thing. Yes, it is. So, oh god, what year was it? It was ages ago now. In White Dwarf, the Games Workshop magazine, one issue, they just put out a they put out a supplement being like, here's how to play a different version of Blood Bowl that's called Dungeon Bowl. And that was all they ever did with it. But then recently they brought it back as a fully boxed edition. And basically, the idea is, in the world of Warhammer, you've got different magic colleges with wizards, obviously, and they have disputes over which college is best, or just disputes in general. And traditionally, they would solve these disputes by having a big wizard fight, but that often involves in a lot of collateral damage. So instead, they decided to settle their disputes with a game of Dungeon Bowl, in which players from their different colleges go into a dungeon. There are 6 chests hidden about the place. In 5 of them is a booby trap, generally speaking, a bomb. In one of them is the game ball. So the idea is to run around the dungeon, find the ball, and score the one and only touchdown. Basically, it's first to 1 touchdown to win the game. So it's like a silly version of Blood Bowl that takes place underground, and you can use magic portals to get around the place. And the teams are really different because obviously, in Blood Bowl you've got, say, Dark Elves or Dwarfs or Skaven or whatever. In this, it's the different colleges. So different colleges have different players available to them. So the College of Shadows, for example, is like Dark Elves and Skaven, whereas the College of Fire is like Dwarves and Ogres and Noblars. And it's really silly and really good fun. I think these are done. I'm happy with these. So I'm just going to call them done. I like the colour scheme. I like that it's quite sort of flashy, but also quite muted in a way. And I feel like the faces have come out better than my faces normally do. Hello, Watson. In Warhammer. So done. Happy with that. The only thing I will do actually is the stump on this this elf. I'm gonna paint it up a little bit more by getting some red in there. Might actually varnish this and then put Blood for the Blood God over it. Okay. Scott Perkins says, a silly version of Blood Bowl. Ah, yes, that most serious of games. Well, quite. Yeah, it is a sillier version of Blood Bowl, somehow. It is it's surprising, isn't it? You know what, I'm just going to make it just a really bright red stump. Just go completely over the top with it. I might do a little dot of ivory in the middle to make it look like a bone. There we go. Butts, butts, butts. Elf butts. I can do that dot another time. Let's assemble some minis. Will says it adds what Blood Bowl needs most, an element of randomness. All right. It's a controlled element of randomness. No, it's not. Shut up, Jelly. Blood Bowl is highly unpredictable, but that's also why I love it. So, here we are again. Okay. Let me I'll zoom out like that. There we go. Can't really see my face in both cameras. Fine. Cool. Let's do some clipping and some gluing. Why not? Iffy says, butt bowl? Yeah, sure, Iffy. Why not? I'm really pleased with these. I'm really happy. Good. Snips. So yeah, we've got the team here is like one sprue of Dark Elves and one sprue of Skaven straight out of the box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Where are those pieces? There's 3. Another butt. There's another elf butt. Alison Vassabar says there, spent an hour drafting a CV, good time for a break. I'll say, Drafting a CV is a lot. Vaguely nightmarish. Thankfully, the last job I applied for, I had a video at Dicebreaker, they sort of knew who I was in the building, so I didn't actually have to submit a CV. I more just talked to them. Which means the last time I had to redraft my CV, God, will have been in like 2015. Or no, it was like early 2014, no, late 2014 maybe? I don't know, whatever. But yeah. But, you know, all in all, that job worked out quite well, so phew! Okay. There we go. Snip, snip, snip. 2, there we go. This is going to be an Elven Blitzer, who's extra spiky, it looks like. Actually, in Season 2 of Hot Bulbs League, we've got somebody running Dark Elves, and I'm quite worried, because he is a fantastic Blood Bowl player, and I think he's going to make the Dark Elves sing in a way that is very hard to beat. But that's Blood Bowl, baby. Hey, Saul Reed has popped into chat with a super chat saying, sorry I haven't been able to catch any streams recently. I finally managed to land a theatre job that's paying me stage crew leader for the Cambridge pantomime. Just quickly popping in between shows to say a quick hi. Saul, firstly, never apologise. Second, that's fantastic. Congratulations. I'm so glad. Stage crew leader for the Cambridge pantomime. Like, that is a fucking great start, and I'm sure, you know, things will only carry on from there. Great work. Thank you for dropping in, and thank you for the super chat. It's very generous. Oh, mate, I'm made up. That's brilliant. It was extremely good news. There we go. Just going to hold these two little bits of plastic together now for a bit. It's a lower octane experience watching somebody glue models together, I think, but oh, hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Right. Let's sort out the focus on this. So I've got to show you this. Right? Torso, and then in comes this just watch how these bits fit together. This absolute peach of a butt going on there. Bloody Dark Elf Blitzer. You dark horse, you. Criminy. Mercy me. That's a butt, all right. Donkus, damn, goals, that's a unit. Dat ass, though, badonkadonk. Yep. Blitzer got back. God, this community is great. It's, you know, it's not inconceivable. You all could have just gone, what are you doing? You know, why are you making such a big deal out of this piece of plastic that you're assembling? Don't be weird about it. But nope. You all got right on board with that. Such a butt, though. Holy shit. So now we got a little torso of a Dark Elf Blitzer. That's nice. We've already cut out the legs, so they're ready to attach once this glue has sort of settled a bit more. Can we get away with it now? Probably. That's that one, I think. And then this one's got a bit of a step in it, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Okay. Nothing quite like muttering to yourself while assembling models either. Is that it? Yeah, it must be it. Yeah, cool. Always pays to be short. And it's good that I'm starting to get through this team, because, like I say, I'm going to hopefully play sometime this week. Oh, there I go, inserting a deadline for myself. It's nice to get through this team because I'm having fun with them. That's all I need to say. There we go. Okie dokie. Will ordered a Caesar salad from the kebab shop and it's got no fucking dressing. Well, that's a stab in the back. I held it together for so much longer than I thought I would. You at least hope they throw in some free hides. No, that was bad, that one. That was shit. Oh well, we do have fun, don't we? Sure we do, why not? Okay. Piece number 6. Sort of just a weird flap of leather that's going on, is it? But I don't like the flap of leather. Could I just remove it? Probably. Well, no. Not without a proper kit bash. Oh well. Artemobile just said Johnny no. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, Sailing K says I personally think that was excellent. Hooray! Oh God. Okay, that works. Oh, slightly awkward. That's fine. You're used to slightly awkward, Johnny. You can get this done. Okay. Oh, nice flowy little leathery half cape on this guy. Haywire says, I can't help but feel that half of us missed a joke. It wasn't a very good joke. I said they could have at least thrown in some free ides, which sounds like sides, like side orders, but obviously Julius Caesar was made on the Ides of March, and Shakespeare made a whole big thing about beware the ides, and so on and so forth. So, like I say, I wouldn't worry. Expressive Depressive says, I accidentally took an hour's break instead of 5 to 7 minutes. Have we moved on from talking about butts? Not far. Actually, no. Butts keep coming back up, actually. We were talking about butts just a minute ago. But, look. With Dark Elf Blood Bowl players, or Dungeon Bowl players hanging around, it happens, you know? You end up talking about them. Okay, so I've now got this little arm here. And then I've got a tiny little spike that I need to attach to the arm. So I'm actually gonna attach the spike to the arm while it's still on the sprue. I know, somebody stop me. But it's going to make a fiddly bit of gluing, hopefully a little easier. Nope. It was these spikes that made me give up on assembling these last Monday. Okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Bloody spiky elves. I think we can take a risk on snipping this off now. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, or can we? Yeah. There we go. Oh, Christ. Ooh. We're fine. Everything's fine. Alright. Don't know why you're so worried. Chill out, everyone. Okay. Come on, come on. We're only allowed one dark elf who's had their arm recently ripped off on this team, I'm afraid. It's not quite right. That's more like it. That's the seam. Okay. Elves. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it, folks. It's now got a punching arm. Revolver Rock says, trying to think of a context in which to say this, but can't, so here goes anyway. Et tu bute. God. Fire and Blood 165 says, got to dip out for Secret Santa. Thanks for the lovely stream and birthday wishes, Johnny. Have a nice evening. You're more than welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of said stream. I hope Secret Santa got you something good. And not just some random waff. Miracle, pull me through. Okay. Oh, there are lots of just little bits on this fucking model, aren't there? Okay, I'm not going to dry fit this, I'm just going to go straight in. What's dry fitting, Johnny? Dry fitting is when you pick up a piece that you're meant to glue onto a model, don't put glue on it, and just hold it up against it to see where it fits in, how it fits, and just generally get an idea of where it goes before you glue it down, in case you can't work it out while there's glue on your model and it gets all messy. But that went fine, so good, good, good. Insomniac's done a super chat saying, by the way, Johnny, I want to hug you for this. I was telling my kids that puns are not good humour. They counted with, but you laugh at Johnny and Alan's puns. 8 and 11, and they owned me. I'm so proud. Absolutely. Get in. Ah. That makes me very, very happy. I glued the spike the wrong way around on this arm. Oh well. We'll call it a custom fit. Maybe I can snap it off. Yeah, I can. Oh, but the whole arm's going to come? No, it isn't. Warhammer! It's such an adventure every single time. Okay, here we go. Bloody spikes. There we go. Okay. That all should hold. Emphasis on should. 8, 9, and 10 are the pieces I need to cut out to give this chap the other shoulder guard, arm and face. Let's see. 8. Oh, Monk's in chat. Hello, Monk. How you doing? I hope you are well. I've done some painting and now I'm gluing together some Dungeon Bowl. Because, you know what I'm like. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be gluing together any more Dark Elves after this team, to be perfectly honest with you. they're not the worst thing I've ever had to glue together, but they are spikier and fiddlier than I can be bothered with. The Forgotten Storyteller says, do I hear Watson snoring in the background? You absolutely do. 7 little zoos. She, yeah, she's just sort of curled up in a bed next to me. Jackwood says, are they as bad as Storm Fiends? No. Oh, good. Monk says, I'm good, thanks. No ill effects after jab 3 / brackets booster. Excellent. Very glad you are boosted. I've got mine booked in. I managed to sneak in under the radar with the appointment system before it fell over. So mine is on Sunday? Sunday. Which is nice. I'm excited. Because, oh goodness. That's a virus out there, isn't it? Anyway. Ooh. 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 Okay. Let's get the mold line remover out on this. Gecko in a suit says, I have a Sigmar model to assemble and I am terrified it. I've got the Eidolon Malathan, or however that is spelled, and I don't want to mess up a very pricey model. Yeah, I can understand that. I've gone into some builds feeling very nervous, but you know what? It's just take your time with it. Sometimes I assemble things over several days, like the old metal Blood Bowl Tomb Kings. It took me 2 weeks to glue them together because I would do one step for each of the models and then I'd be so angry I would just have to put them away. Monk says, did I hear you say you have Dungeon Ball already? Yes, there's no stopping me. I got very excited and picked it up as soon as I could. I've also got some Kingdom Death to assemble, and that is so fiddly. It's when bits are fiddly and have very thin pieces that I get most worried. Like, some of the... I don't have my Nighthaunt. I don't have a Nighthaunt army anymore because I sold it. But there were some models in that where anyone else I saw with Nighthaunt, I was like, that arm snap off for you as well? Yeah, of course it did, mate. Oh, there we go. Sailing K says, speaking of Watson snoring, I think I'm going to have to take a nap since I only slept about 45 minutes last night. Hurrah, insomnia. We'll catch up on VOD later, so you all behave yourselves. Love you. Sleep well, Sailing K. 45 minutes of sleep sounds like not enough sleep, so I think you're making exactly the right call. And I hope you enjoy this when you catch it up on VOD later. Alright, there we go. That's a Dark Elf Blitzer. That's just too many bits. It's not too many bits. They're not for me, this lot. I mean, it looks like a furious crab. Looks like the villain in the dinner show in like a children's restaurant. Like Chuck E. Cheese, but they do like just crab legs. And he's like Mr. Bad Crab. And he wants to steal everyone's prize tokens so he can win the beach ball. That doesn't... It's not for me. It's not for me. Jackwood, all in caps, says, Lady Alinda, you absolute nightmare. Very Power Rangers villain, exactly, Anne Kellett-Fergus. Okay, so that's that one done. That's the Blitzer. How many more elves do we have to do? 2. We've got a runner and a witch elf, and then we've got 6 Skaven to put together, which will be a piece of piss, because if there's anything I know about assembling in Warhammer, it's Skaven. Fucking really struggling to talk today. Okay. Oof, Crystal Dragon says, thanks for streaming this morning. I had to leave the stream early because I'm moving house today. Need to get my computer dusted and packed. Wish me luck. Good luck. There are a few things in this world I hate doing more than moving house. So yeah, very, very good luck to you. I hope it all goes well. And I hope your new place is lovely. God, I hate moving house. My goal is never to do it again. That's it. I don't want to go anywhere else. Come on. Oh, that's an awkward join. Yep. Oh, no, it's okay, actually. Oh, it's... Yeah, okay. Whew. And what's next? Okay, 2 legs. Ah, yes, arms. I understand. Got it. Oh, no, that's where the arm goes. Wow. Okay. Yep. Got it. Ah, fuck. Got it. Epic Space Bunny says, controversial question. Are gift cards trashy gifts? I don't think so. I think my worry is when I get people a gift card is that they see it as me basically saying, I didn't know what to get you. Because oftentimes that's true. But I think they're useful. And depending what they are, you know, like as long as you choose something that they as a person would enjoy, I don't think they're trashy at all. I think it's quite nice to give somebody autonomy over like how they, you know, be like, here's a gift. I want you to use it in whatever way works best for you. I think it's nice. Like I get, you know, occasionally I get my mum an iTunes gift card because it's like, well, you know what TV you want to watch or you know, albums or films you want to download, so go for it. I think it's fine. Did have a friend who got a gift card for Pizza Express and was a bit like, I think it was like a £10 gift card for Pizza Express and was a bit like, I don't know when I'll ever use this, which was a bit awkward, but if that's the worst that happens, then... Also, book gift cards are fucking amazing. For years, Christmas and birthday, I would say to my family, just get me a book token. And they were always a bit like, oh, but it's so unimaginative. And I was like, no, it's fucking amazing. Because I go and buy loads of books in a shop. And I leave with a massive pile of them. And I feel super happy. I bloody loved it when they would do that. Okay. It's not super clear where this join is meant to... Oh, that's it. Dark Elves! Right, let's do this. It's enough dry fitting. Will says the trick is to be specific with a gift card. Instead of just Amazon, go for an indie creator's gift card or tattoo voucher. Yeah, that kind of thing. I think it's nice. Ugh. Is that really the way your arm's meant to be? No, it's not. It's more like that, isn't it? Yes, it is, because that suddenly fits so much better. Sometimes. Okay. Another arm to go. Bloody elves. That's the wrong sprue. That's the right sprue. Benjamin Bloomer says, I'll be honest, I've never not enjoyed getting an envelope filled with money. Same, which is why I'm no longer allowed to work in public office. Ibrel506 says, speaking of books, what's everyone currently reading? I'm currently reading Leviathan Falls, the last Expanse book, and I'm having a great time with it. And if anyone spoils it for me, I will give them a punch up the bracket. It's great. I really love the Expanse books. I haven't seen the TV series because I didn't want the books to influence how I see the characters. But yeah. They're fucking great. They're just really easy to rip through sci-fi, really. Monster Noodle says, okay, so Teddy has fully killed Santa. No Christmas this year, folks. Fair. That's all right. Ah, Will says, that was a good joke. I am recognising it. Yes. Ooh, Virgil Driss is reading The Song of Achilles. Yes, please. Fucking great. Madeline Miller's amazing. Circe is also wonderful. I really love it. What does that symbol mean again? Detail view. Thanks. The last thing he was going to see was me. Right, number 40. Wow. Martin Stunenberg says, hello, I'm currently reading Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. Lovely. I haven't read the latest in the Stormlight Archive. Because I'm not going to lie, Oathbringer, I liked it, but the scope is so much bigger than it was in, The Way of Kings. That I kind of, I found it less interesting when it's we're talking about a war on a, planetary scale almost. It's just oh, but I liked it when they were hitting each other with swords. Will says, I'm technically reading Harrow the Ninth, but it's a fucking slog. It is. Oh my god, it is. It's, you know what, fucking hell. You've probably got an idea as to where it's going. And I had an idea at the start as well, but fuck me, it took a long time to get there. It's a frustrating read, and it's made me wonder if I really want to crack on with Nona the Ninth. I don't think that's out yet even, but... Artemis Bell says, Harrow the Ninth is the best slog, though. Yeah. I've got opinions about it. I've got opinions. Alex Simpkin is listening through the Discord series. What a delight. Fucking yeah. All right. Elf Runner. What do I need to put on you? Weird back cloak thing. Can I get away without it? It looks like yes. So I might. Let's see. Where's it fucking gone? 44. Oh, there it is. Well, bloody hell. It's Ronnie. Hello. Hey, lovely people. Long time no see. I finally had a day where I'm not at work and have enough energy to be a little social. How are you guys? It's really lovely to see you, Ronnie. I hope you're well. And yeah, I hope everything is going all right for you. I know you've had a really bloody hectic and busy time lately. And I hope you're well. And I also hope that when I was like, whoa, fuck yeah, about you being in the chat, I hope that didn't seem like a punitive thing. I hate it when people are like, oh, there they are, when someone hasn't been around for a while. Because it's that's not going to make them want to be there. So what I mean is, it's fucking great to see you, Ronnie, and I really hope you're well. And that's about the size of things. So there. Well, I think that went off without a hitch. Oh, fucking hell. Where's this bit go? It goes on the shield, okay. Fucking elves. Do I keep this bit off? I think I do. Masterfully done, Johnny. Thanks, Emma. Goodness. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see how it sits. Nah, it's elf bullshit. Get rid of it. Don't want that bit. It's not going on my runner. Forty-two. Chris Calvert says, extra bits belong to the floor. Exactly. Oh, that's nice, though, the way that fits in there. There you go, I praised an elf. Will says, I hear Luna. Yeah, I don't know where she is, but she's off somewhere singing the song of her people. Monk says, I think of playing Blood Bowl. How many bits I've snapped off of minis, turning them over all the time. Fuck them, fuck off all the silly little fucking fuckers bits. Yeah, that's Blood Bowl. Yeah, it is quite a lot, isn't it? I haven't actually shown you. This is the colour scheme I ended up doing. It's quite muted, but I like it. Sort of just grey, silver, blue with a bit of Screamer pink in there. It's a bit like Elves turned up with lots of blue armour and then stole a lot of Imperial Star Wars uniforms. EJ says, not an elf fan, Johnny, or just not a fan of elf model construction? Well, both. It's mostly a joking thing about the Warhammer Elves, because I've lost to the Sylvaneth in Age of Sigmar so many times that I'm it's like chortle, Johnny hates elves. But, I just feel like everyone knows which side of the fence they come down on certain issues, like vampires or werewolves, dwarves or elves. Ronnie says, oh my god, look at their butt, that's one fine ass on that elf, 10 out of 10. Ronnie, oh my god, we've talked about asses so much this stream, like fucking so much. There was a full-on debate about whether the soldiers of Gondor have better butts than the soldiers of Rohan. It's been full on. The answer's Gondor, by the way. Not everyone agrees, but that's canonically what we're going with. It's been fucking wild. I'm very, very glad that you picked up straight on the dump truck ass, though. Right, so that's the runner. So now we've just got to do the witch elf, who, wow, is just covered in extra bullshit stuff. Fucking elf bullshit. Oh, is that an anatomically correct heart? Lovely. All right, yeah, we'll get that on the go. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. 45, 48, and 47. Fine. Hetnikik says, my favourite part of the stream has been when new people come in and instantly say, that is a nice ass. When you're right, though, you know? Right. Here we go. Which elf? Which elf? This elf. I might end up not doing the spiky bits on you. Monk says, I guess you get some pretty thick butt going on with all the steps going down to the dark underworld in which the dark elf dwell. Yeah, that'll be it. Because they got badonkadonks. What this? Gosh, you've got a lot of hair. God, fucking hell, where's this bit going? What? What? God, I feel old sometimes. There? There, wow. Ah, okay, I don't know. Will says, honestly, doing American football is great for your glutes. I don't think playing Blood Bowl has had a noticeable impact on my own butt, but... You've got a lot of hair. This is Johnny's first witch elf. It really is. Look at him. There's so much of that shit. Fucking Bonnie Tyler over here. Well, there you go. That's a lot of hair. But welcome to it, I suppose, witch elf. Probably going to play College of Life anyway. Because halflings are hilarious. No, stay there, you bastard clump of hair. Hope it's not just me who consistently shouts at their models while putting them together. Okay. What kind of a fucking join is this? Ah! What the fuck? You know you are the fucking dwarf. Alright, let's just stick this leg on, it'll be fine. Okie dokie. And... there it goes. Alright, it's fine. Ta-da! Nick says not models, but furniture gets an earful. Yeah, fair. Okay. Let's stick her face on. There's more hair on her, bloody this bit. Fucking hell. Oh, hi, pig. You all must have heard that snuffling as she got comfy again. Ronnie says, absolutely not. I spent every 2 minutes when putting together my mangler squig calling it a prick. Oh no, I didn't realise mangler squigs were a problem. I kind of want to paint one day. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who curses at miniatures while assembling. Good, 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 good. Okay, alright. Let's get that arm out, shall we? 50. 50. There it is. Well, that's small. Please don't ping off. There we go. Thought it was going to fly off and I'd never see it again. Okay. Jack Wood says, big old chunks of resin, constantly getting told to get fucked. Oh, God. The fucking... Honestly, the Metal Tomb Kings for Blood Bowl. These little bastards nearly killed me. They were just so fucking annoying. I'm going to paint them and then I'm going to encase them in resin. Ugh. Okay. We're getting there. We're nearly done with this sprue, which will be a delight. $52. Oh, that's so small. We're dark elves. We like spikes. Dickheads. Where's that? Oh, it's a thumb. It's your fucking... I shouldn't have to glue on a fucking thumb. I just shouldn't. It's a fucking thumb, everybody. I could inhale this piece. Fuck off. Fucking hell. That's fucking stupid. Wow. Chris Calvert says, are you sure it's a thumb, Johnny? Yes. Monk says, sitting here painting my Hero Quest minis, one can appreciate the middle ground in detail on a mini. Fucking yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Fucking witch elf. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is an awkward grip as well to finally glue the fucking arm on. The stream's definitely got less relaxing, hasn't it? Since I started gluing. Fuck off! And stop painting. Okay, now does nobody move? Okay, fucking hell. Oh, and there's still 2 bits to go. Stupid fucking elf. 53 and 54. Okay. Okay. Okay, that one all right. Let's do the other one. Come on. Yeah. Fucking, come on. Yes, you shitbird. Oh, done. Fucking done. 3 more elves in the bag. Oh, DJ Turley has done a super chat saying, can you freak out my friends Jenna and Luis by saying hi? They don't know this is live at the moment and it's Luis's birthday. Well, of course I can freak out Luis by saying happy birthday, Luis, and also happy birthday, Jenna. Well, it's not Jenna's birthday. Well, fuck it. Happy birthday, Jenna, for whenever your birthday is. Happy birthday, Luis. I hope you're having a wonderful time. And I hope that this has sufficiently freaked you out, but in a fun way. So there we go. Right, done. Let's do Skaven. Let's do Skaven. Tony says, I don't know what's going on, but this definitely seems like the sort of project that requires swearing. Yeah, it's just gluing together little miniatures, really. But I recently did a whole team of Skaven, so I've got practice with this lot. And they're also just a lot easier to glue together, so that's fine. You know who you are with a rat man. Under the ground, generally. Made myself laugh. So, parts 1, 2, and 3. There we go. 3 bits to this rat. Nice and simple, innit? Part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh, I didn't trim that bit off. 1. There's piece 2. Oh, motherfucker, there it is. Colin Lester says, no more elves. Ah, rats. Very good. Appreciated that. Ronnie poses a good question. Is it possible to be freaked out in a good way? Isn't that being surprised? Sorry to be a pedant. English is fascinating. No, I think it is possible to be freaked out in a good way. Like, being surprised is one thing where you're like, oh wow, like, oh goodness, but being freaked out about something, you can, because being freaked out is like struggling to really understand how something has come about. Like, be like, I don't know why, I don't know how this is happening. I don't know, I don't know what's changed. I don't know why this is a thing. But it can be something positive, you know. I think you can be freaked out in a positive way, because there's kind of being freaked out versus being surprised. There's an element of like the surreal to it, like when something you don't think is a live video. Suddenly they're like, and they start talking to you down the barrel of the camera. That's my tuppence on the matter anyway. Others may feel differently. But that's what chat's for. See, look. 1, 2, 3. Bang! Skaven Blitzer? Line rat? Lineman. Cool. God, they're just so easy to do. Right then, 4, 5, 6. Piece number 4. Piece number 5. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Nathan says, after much consideration, I have decided to paint my Orc Commandos in Waluigi colours. Yes, please. I love it. Absolutely in love with that. I sincerely hope to see these once they're done. Okay. Excuse me. Little burrup. Wow. Says a lot of people in chat. Bang, 2 rats. So easy. Brian Mullard has done a super chat saying, good morning, or evening for you probably. If you could design your own super sticker, what would it be? Oh, goodness. My own super sticker. I quite like something just quite chill, like a duck just having a nice time eating bread. Just sort of having a little like... I think that'd be quite nice. It's not the most obvious answer from me. Like, obviously, it'd be like, oh, it'd be Watson doing X, Y, Z. But like, nah, just nice duck. Having some nice times. I think it's because I walk in a place where there are ducks, almost every day with the dog, pretty much every day. I just like seeing them. They chill me out. They sort of remind me of... I associate them now with like having a nice chill time. So yeah, a duck having some bread. That's my super sticker of choice. Thank you very much for asking, Brian, and for the super chat. I appreciate it greatly. Snip, snip, snip. Dungeon Ball. Where's that go? Like that? Yeah. And there we go. Oh, steady. Come on, I was singing your praises earlier, Skaven. I do remember the Blitzer arms being a fucking pain to put on, actually. That'll do. Get some glue in there. Absolutely fine. Ta-da! Another rat. 2 more to do. Which fucking one are you? Oh, we didn't do that one. 3 more to do. You can tell I'm really firing on all cylinders at the moment, can't you? Just swearing at bits of plastic. Seven. 9. There we go, there it is. Rats, rats, rats. Sorry, I've gone a bit quiet. Just trying to gallop through the last of this team in the time we have remaining. I generally struggle to think of things to say toward the end of a stream anyway. Brain is just like... Okay. Nathan says, I feel like the level of skill you need to get started with Warhammer these days is massively higher than when I was a kiddie back in the 90s. That's interesting, because, like, I kind of feel like the complexity of the models, like, in terms of the detailing is so much higher, but it means that, like, excuse me, sometimes I feel like it doesn't necessarily make for a harder paint job. Like, I've really struggled with painting some old school Warhammer to make it look kind of crisp and good in a way that I've seen other old school Warhammer painters do. Like, I've done some, like, Oldham Skaven. I'm just like, these look weird and bad when I paint them. I guess it's just what you're used to, isn't it? Like, versus the contrast. I genuinely don't know which side of the fence I come down on this, really. But I'm sure other people in the chat will have opinions. Right, I'm going to glue together these last two rats, and then we're going to call an end to the stream. Because I need to take the dog out. I need to use the toilet myself. And should probably start thinking about dinner. Where's your head gone, rat? There we go. Revolver says, you can get away with doing less? Question mark? Yeah, probably. I think that's sort of what I'm driving at. I'm not sure. Oh, Emma Blast says, I've really enjoyed feeling kept company through my midday at work. Thank you, Johnny and LSPs. You are more than welcome. Thank you for the searing insights. Oh, Lord of the Rings. No, that's not how you do that. That's how you do that one. Blah, 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 blah. A bit of glue in there, in the old neck hole. Rat. One more to go. Gutter Runner. 16, 17, and 18. Also known as the only 3 bits of rat left on the sprue, Johnny. Dickhead. Well, I am glad that everyone is... words are hard. I'm glad people have enjoyed this stream, because I feel like everyone sort of needed it today, or sort of a lot of you said you needed something like this. As did I, actually. It's nice to just sort of chill out and do some hobbying with folk. And I really do think one of the best things about starting a Patreon is that it's meant that I've got, you know, all being equal, I've got 4 hours of guaranteed hobby time every week, whereas before I wouldn't touch things for weeks and weeks and weeks, and sometimes months, and I'd lose this sort of the drive and the impetus to keep going when I knew that it made me happy. So making it more of a part of my routine has been abso-bloody-lutely lovely. And I have you lot to thank, because obviously if you were all like, this sucks and we don't want to watch it, I'd do something else. But yeah, as Emma says, it was chaos, but it was great. Yeah, I think we've just set a record on the amount of time spent discussing butts on this stream, or on one of my streams anyway. And that's saying something, because it feels like we talk about them a lot. But we probably spent like almost an hour just talking about butts. which is, you know, no small feat. Anyway, talking about small feat, there's a little Skaven gutter runner. So I've now completed gluing together the College of Shadow team from the Dungeon Bowl base set, which is great. It means that I only have to put together the College of Fire, but that will have to wait for another day, because I'm going to bring an end to this stream now. Thank you all so much for being here. It was chaos, but it was good chaos. I feel like we answered a lot of questions that we didn't even know we had today, most of them to do with asses and fantasy people. So there we go. And also, we put together a lovely Christmas playlist for people to enjoy on Spotify. So thank you all for your contributions. Thank you all for tuning in and super chatting and all that good stuff. I will say goodbye to you now, but I just want to say, yeah, once more, thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day. Goodbye. Wow, I did not realise how relevant that end card would be when I made it. Good times. Oh, wait, hang on. There's Ray Shadowheart's done a super chat saying, "This stream has been fun. Like the bit where co-workers ask what is so funny. Answer, well, this is Elf and it's got a dump truck ass. Never a truer word spoken, Wraith Shadowheart. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you all again for watching. Bye!